Hey man, Seven, welcome
You're
back
muted.
to another. Oh shit.
That's
Hey man, Seven, welcome back to another episode of GHM Podcast. I'm your host, Shmee. To my left, we got Brother Jack.
Yo.
To my right, we got Brother Kane. And then to the farthest right, we got Brothers. Oh.
Yep.
To the farthest right, we got Brother Zeke. Sorry.
What up?
Apologies. Oracle is not here today, so we have to do the camera switches ourselves. But we have a bunch of talking points today. Oh, that's fire! It puts all the. I don't even have to go back to the
other ones.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So I can just leave this here.
New.
Hey!
This is a new thingy. Or you've been had this.
What the fuck? Was
Ben
that?
had this. I just didn't know I could do it like this. It's fire though. Oh, because Ben usually does it over there. That's why. So next time I'll have it up right here. Okay, gotcha. Nathan, how you doing? Bray, what's up? Blunt, what's good? We got a lot to talk about today. But before we start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell notification. No way upload next.
Ding.
If you haven't joined the Discord, Rasclat, Bombaclat, top link in the description. Join the Discord, por favor. And with that being said,
Happy Mother's Day to all
Happy
the moms.
Mother's Day. Yes, Zeke. Thank you, brother. Happy Mother's Day to everybody, all the moms out there, all the soon-to-be moms, and all the single women, because you guys will be moms eventually if you're looking for a spouse.
if you're within a homeboy's vicinity.
Yeah. Who, me?
Oh.
No. Heavens no. But you'll find someone. Trust me. That's life. You know? It just takes time. But Mother's Day is today. Hopefully all your guys' moms is doing great, man. Show them you love them. Tell them you love them to their face. No, don't call them. Don't say, oh, mom. Ew. No. Go to their face. Tell them you love them. Take them out. Give them some presents and all that jazz. You feel me?
If you can.
If you can afford it. If you can afford it, of course. If you can't, telling them to their face is still free.
No, flag cost country if you're away, Don't call your
They
mom.
would if they could.
Text her.
Nah, yeah. Be there in person, no matter where you are in the world.
If they
So,
wanted to, they would.
exactly, 100%. So, and that's your mother. You only get one of those, bro. You only get one of those, bro. So make sure you go show some love to your moms, man. And with that being said, and we also have a bunch of moms in the Discord, so make sure you join the Discord because shout out to them. You know, moms love anime too. They love anime too.
They do.
And we love them. So make sure you guys join the Discord and talk with the whole peoples.
You know what's crazy? A woman at my job was returning One Piece books.
One
I was
Piece.
like, oh, you watch One Piece? And she's like, my son loves it.
Yeah.
He got me to watch the live action. And then she's like, I'm just buying him the whole set now. I was like, that's fire. The manga. I was like, that's fire.
That's fire. I respect it because I think there's a lot of people getting into One Piece right now currently, especially like newbies. You know how Naruto was like the intro show for most people.
Mhm.
I think One Piece is that intro show currently.
One Piece.
That's that for a lot of people, or just the manga as well. In terms of like the anime world, it's One Piece right now. So hey. Who would have thought One Piece that came out the same that came out the same time Naruto came out, and Naruto being the intro anime, right, to usher in a new wave. Now One Piece is doing it in the next generation, which is insane.
I think every time we say One Piece, we need to say it correctly.
One
Piece. And then go on to say like whatever.
Not gonna lie, that one guy in the chat that hates hearing you say that shit, bro, is so funny. Like he
Wait,
It's me.
Say what?
I'm the dude.
Would you say that?
Say what?
One
Piece.
Oh, but yeah, no, he hates when you said that shit.
Yeah, I'm him.
Shout out to you, Jeremy. What's up, Ruby? How's it going? But let's get into it. As you see in the title of the app, it says, "Is One Piece is One Piece over animated?"
Over animated?
Yeah, I've been hearing
Over-animated?
I've been hearing a lot of discourse currently of the new episodes, and people talking about how like it's over animated and shit.
I think
So-
it's perfectly animated.
You think so?
Especially given the aesthetic that One Piece is,
Mhm.
and every time you see like a Gear 5 Luffy, the cartoony, laughable, fun vibe that the show's supposed to like give off, I think it's perfectly animated.
Respect.
They make it toonish, they make it like funny,
Mhm.
It's appealing, it's colorful. I think it's good, especially with like the big fights too. I think all that exaggeration, it goes a long way
Valid.
to emphasize what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like the animation now is what Gear 5 is. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
That's good. That was good.
It kind of reminds me of like a To Be Hero X. It's like know when shit changes. It's
the power thing.
Yeah,
I haven't caught up.
Oh, really? It's
Soul Eater.
It's all right now. I mean, it's not going crazy.
Yeah, but they're getting into Isol. Do you know who Isol is? Yeah.
No,
You haven't watched
you
the
haven't
past
watched
two?
KFC?
No. Isol is another one of the top 10 heroes.
He's number 9.
And they're getting into him, which is pretty cool.
But it's nothing like drastic. I feel like it's just kind of showing his background story.
It's setting up the story for this character. But whatchamacallit, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's over animated, but I would say some of the scenes when he's fighting Kizaru, it's kind of hard to follow. I think it's some of the scenes like I kind of can't tell what's going on sometimes. But majority of the fight is perfectly fine. It's amazing. The animation is like wonderful, right? But there are some scenes where it's just like it's hard to gauge. They're moving so quick and the shit so is like fluid and shit that it's kind of hard to gauge what they're doing in the actual fight, how they're moving.
I agree with that, but I feel like they're doing a great job of that because it's you're fighting a light dude, and then Luffy is legit. What's the word? Handling with a light dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of reminds me of if you go to Wano. I did not know if you stop, there's a lot of
impact frames
like you don't pay attention to. So I think this type of fight you have to stop and break it down each way.
Yeah. The impact frames, I didn't catch a lot of those.
Me neither. I watched a video on it.
I saw like a scene where like they're like fighting and then Luffy's like hugged up against Kizaru,
I saw
like
that.
snuggled up. I'm like, damn, like that I didn't notice.
Same.
I saw like when someone made a clip of it, but in the actual fight, I didn't catch that.
You know what's crazy? There's a lot of those like little details in the show. There's this one instance where Luffy, it literally looks like a Looney Tunes. Like there's an impact frame of Luffy looking like a Looney Tune kind of art style and character and stuff like that. There's another one of Kizaru where he's like doing his light beam thing and it's like him in like a skeleton form.
Sacred jewel.
Yeah, sacred jewel. Yeah. There's also a scene where Luffy is looking at Kizaru and in Luffy's eye it's little Kizaru.
Dude.
Yeah, it's little Kizaru.
That was so good.
It's so fire how they do that shit, bro. So the little details is amazing in One Piece currently, and I rock with it. There's also when he's fighting Kizaru and he's moving around, right? It's like you see after images of Luffy moving around.
Like after images.
You know how now all of a sudden, I don't want to say all of a sudden, but like Kizaru can do fucking shadow clones and shit. You know what I'm saying? He kind of just mimicked what he was doing in a sense of having those after images when he's fighting him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's cool.
As well as like he's moving. It could also be like he's moving so fast that he's creating images too. Because Kizaru's light speed.
On some One Punch Man shit.
Exactly. In order to dodge Kizaru, you also have to be faster than Lightspeed.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Yo, did you guys peep the scene where Kizaru's like dashing at him, right, at light speed, and Luffy like kind of, I think he like flips or he goes on top of him and he glides on the light beam.
Oh, was it when he kicks him? When Kizaru tries to kick him?
Yes, I think so. And he glides on him all slick. Yes. I was like, nah.
Yes, bro.
You know, stunting on him like that is crazy.
Yeah, no. I'm not. It was crazy because Kizaru's like one of the fastest, if not the fastest characters in One Piece.
Yeah.
So the fact that Luffy reacted to that with no like
it's
effort,
like, literally, like
he literally looked at him, smiled, and slid on his leg.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
No, it's actually wild.
That was the same moves he was doing in like Sabaody and like catching people off guard and with his light speed attacks, and Luffy just looked at it, watched it happen, and just slid on his leg
Big
and
laughed. Smile on his face.
Yeah, and laughed. I'm like, yeah, nah, he's on another level.
I love that they're doing the tune run, but like the like kind of like the wheels, like his legs spin really fast. Everywhere.
Yeah. Very goofy. I like it.
Or like I love that they're incorporating a lot of like the Looney Tune, the cartoon.
The sounds of it too, the sound effects.
They made I don't know if you caught it, but they made the cartoon cloud, the one you fight in.
Yeah.
Like they'll like just
I think
you just like, let's say Tom and Jerry, they're fighting. It's like a big cloud of just like random shit happening inside of it. But they did it in a way where like it's the cloud, but you can actually see the inside and they're fighting.
Yeah. Are you talking about when it's like a big
it's literally a big cloud.
Yeah,
it's a big gray cloud. They're fighting inside of it. They're all doing all that fight scene and all that. But when they pan out to the outside of the cloud, then it just looks like a big cloud with random shit happening. And that's like, oh, dude, that's probably what happens in like the cartoons. Like inside is like actual like fighting, but on the outside it just looks like a bunch of random shit.
I like that.
I respect it. No, I really like it. There's also, do you know the key animator Vincent Chansard?
Yes.
The guy that worked on like King vs. Zoro. He also worked on Byron Mode, right?
Yeah.
He said, this is his words, right? He literally said, that animating Gear 5 Luffy is an animator's dream. You feel me? Because of how much creative freedom they have doing that. You feel me? Which is insane to think of, because he also brought up he worked on Byron mode, right?
Yeah.
And like in other projects and stuff, and they don't let you kind of have that
like
creative. Yeah, they don't let you do. It's like you stick to the source.
You think it's like more of like a artistic freedom that he's talking about?
Yeah,
because like for like Byron, I consider like it kind of like a serious moment. You're not really doing too much outside of like, hey, make it look good and choreograph it.
I think it applies twofold. I think they let him do more of artistic freedom as well as like anime, One Piece anime.
Okay.
And as well as add in a bunch of anime exclusive things as well, because it's Gear 5. It's like very loony toony, you know. So it's like, yo, just add whatever you want. Just make it fun. You know what I'm saying? And they just kind of let them do whatever, as well as, you know, obviously sticking to the source material. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that key animators have a great time animating, have a fun time animating Gear 5 is insane to me. He also said verbatim, right? He asked one of the project managers that was overseeing animating the Kizaru and Luffy fight. He said, you know how we were all thinking, why isn't Luffy using Ryu? Why isn't he using Conqueror's Haki? Right?
For what?
Against Kizaru.
I wouldn't think that, but yes,
I was thinking that shit. I'm like, why isn't he?
Because he just Gear 5, you don't need it, in my opinion.
He was fighting Kaido with it.
He fought Kaido with it.
With Ryu and Gear 5?
Yeah, I think he did,
With Gear 5 and Ryu?
That's the only way he beat him, with Conqueror's Haki coding.
Really? I thought just Gear 5 beat him alone.
No.
Conqueror's Haki. No, you can't damage Kaido without Conqueror's Haki.
Okay, so already who's stronger, Kizaru or Kaido?
Probably Kaido.
So then I would say he doesn't need Conquerors for Kizaru. But I see what you're saying.
My point is, if he's fighting an admiral, right, big threat to his team especially, why wouldn't you use your strong? Because he went to Gear 5. Gear 5 is the strongest form. Why wouldn't you use Ryu?
Luffy just wants the rematch. He don't want to end this shit quickly.
Well, that's why in my mind I'm like, why isn't he using that? Right?
I'm thinking that like he's fighting in Gear 5 like that, like not really lethal, because he probably doesn't really have to. He kind of could just distort anything. And I do think with the difference between the Kaido and him is like it's more of like a lighthearted fight. Although it's serious, don't get me wrong.
Kizaru and him?
Yeah. Oh. But Kaido was very much like do or die. Okay. It felt like, you know? And like Luffy's not even the target in this case, you know? Luffy's just kind of defending everybody else.
What do you think Luffy would use it if he needed to?
He did. He used it against Kizaru when he punched him in the head.
Did he?
Yeah, he coated his arm. That's the one hit that he landed.
Was that
went through his head.
Or was it also like coated?
It wasn't. I don't think it was Ryu coated, but it was armament.
Okay.
Yeah, it was normal armament. But a lot of the attacks that he was using weren't armament. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, it's very lighthearted when he's fighting against him. He's just trying to keep him busy, like fight him. But like he does kind of wear him down in a way. Like he's not like taking heavy damage, but like it wears the fighter down for some reason, because there's like still like scratches on Kiru's face. No, it's weird. Weird explanation to that.
My thing is, right, in my mind I was like, why isn't he using Ryu? Right, because this is an admiral level threat. He was the same nigga that knocked you guys all off at Sabaody. You feel me? I would assume if he's this much of a threat, you would want to use, you know what I'm saying, Conqueror's Haki. Your whole goal is to get out of there. Your whole goal is to leave with Vegapunk.
Yeah.
You feel me? So the fact that he's not using Ryu, right? On top of Kizaru twice pulled up and tried to attack, you know, Vegapunk and the Strawhats already. So it's like he's already at a point where, you know, this nigga's trying to knock off your homies again and you're still fucking around type of thing. So I'm like, why aren't you using Ryu? Okay. But all this to say, Vincent Chancellor, the key animator, right? They have like managers. They have project managers that oversee the animators and stuff like that. He said that his manager was like, yo, Kizaru, he asked him, Vincent asked the manager, he's like, why can't he use, you know, Ryu right now? The manager verbatim said, he's not taking it seriously. Luffy is not fighting him seriously. He's just fucking around. You feel me? So to think that Luffy isn't even going all out against Kizaru is kind of crazy. It's kind of insane. You feel me?
Isn't that crazy to think though? Like when he enters Gear 5, he isn't serious. Can he be serious in Gear 5? I don't think so.
Well, serious in terms of like trying to win.
Yeah,
you know, trying to end the fight.
Kaido.
Yeah, with Kaido.
Gear 5, though, was he serious?
Serious in a sense of trying to win the fight, but I don't think he was serious in like
His emotion, I don't think.
Yeah, his emotion is always goofy in Gear 5.
Yeah, he's having fun. He's enjoying like the fighting, you know. But I think in Kaido, it was like
he was trying to win.
Yeah, there you go. The intention, he was like trying to he was trying to get Kaido to stop.
He was trying to win.
Then he like throw like lightning, turn into like the size of an island. Like he was going pretty far out while maintaining the whole Gear 5 funny aesthetic.
I feel like, yes, I see what you're saying.
So from the clips I've watched, dude, this was laughing all the time.
Yeah.
Anything they do, he's just like laughing.
Yeah.
So it's like I never really see him like be angry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of conflicted.
I think mid fight too. I think the one hit where he actually lands on like Kizaru that was like impactful. I feel like he kind of teed up just a little bit, where he threw a punch, Kizaru dodged it.
Don Whip or whatever.
And then it comes back around through his head. I think I could be wrong, but I think there was like a little like flower animation, but it did look like just armament hockey.
It was like a galaxy type of.
It looked
animation.
a little weird.
I know what you're talking about.
It was like starry galaxy kind of thing. I don't know why.
Well, the star was like knock the stars out of someone, you know. Like in Toons when like they get hit, they have like stars
around his fist.
No, that was when he made contact on Kizaru.
No, I mean like when he was swinging it. There was kind of like a star.
Was it star
aspect? Like Garp's like, Galaxy Impact.
Oh,
those streaks.
Okay.
The kind of star streaks. I think that's what he had when he was like swinging it.
I thought it kind of looked like Ryu.
I thought
it might have been
Ryu or
it might have
been because in my head I'm like that's like probably the one moment where he actually teed up.
No,
just because he had to in that moment, you know. Yeah. But outside of that, he was like goofing around, just running around, like tossing him. Had him like tossing in his hand and shit.
Tossing him is crazy.
Hey, I like how they depict in time fight. They slow it down so we can perceive it. Right? But in the show, in reality, like no, they really are moving that fast because he threw Kizaru like a mile away. Kizaru's about to touch the water.
So cool.
He does the light like
he shoots
slide
it up.
Yes.
Sacred jewel.
And there's the Yada mirror.
Yeah, and then instantly TP's back to the island. Literally, like as soon as he comes back up from like the water, he turns around, shoots, and he's there.
So I wonder how fast this fight is going.
That's what I'm saying. Like they depict speed very like differently depending on what they want you to see. Like if they want like we just need you to perceive the fight. That it's happening fast. It's cool. It's fun. This is what's happening. But in reality, this is how fast it's moving.
They're moving fast.
From Kizaru to go like from like miles away, you know. To instant, like literally TP second. That's why Kizaru probably let himself just get flung. Yeah, like realistically, he was just like, back. "Oh no, I'm probably gonna touch the water." Right? And then like goes zoom, bink,
and he just comes back. But yeah, like the director legit was like, yeah, he's not trying to beat him. All he's trying to do is contain him. Yeah. Which is insane to say because out of all the admirals, right? It's because I did not think Kizaru was this tough in terms of strength. Yeah. You feel me? He might be one of the most proficient Devil Fruit Logia users, or just Devil Fruit users in general. Because the only other person we saw, the only two people we saw that were that proficient were NL and Doflamingo with their Devil Fruits.
Katakuri?
I think he uses it well with observation hockey, but in terms of proficiency with their Devil Fruit, what? I think NL and
really?
Yeah. Because Doflamingo can literally
Dofi for sure. Dofi takes the cake.
Dofi's like number one.
Yeah. All Devil Fruit users, right?
NL is he also would use observation hockey with his, but his was like to a point where bro resuscitated himself with his own Devil Fruit, bro. That's crazy.
He did?
Yeah, after he got hit with the impact dial, right? His heart stopped.
Wait, did they
and his Devil Fruit he jump started his heart again.
Did they ever explain the whole why did the impact dial can do damage to him?
I actually don't know. I don't know.
That's so weird to me.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Anyways,
early One Piece.
Yeah.
Early One Piece.
But no. So see for like I get right. That's cool. Very tough.
Yeah. Right? And Mantra, the whole Mantra situation.
Yeah, but Mantra wasn't.
He used it with his Devil Fruit. Yeah,
that's crazy.
He used it in tandem.
The electricity.
Yes,
that's crazy.
He used it in tandem with his Devil Fruit to sense everyone on the island.
You're right.
So
I'm putting Katakuri up there though, because I think in tandem with his abilities, he was able to manufacture his arms coming out of thin air. Like it wasn't attached.
That's
to
pretty
him.
crazy.
Yeah, really?
Literally, like
I didn't rewatch that fight. I don't
like
remember
different locations. Like I think he copied Luffy's attack. He saw Luffy do like the Kong gun, right? And he was like, okay, you too. Bing, 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 bing. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he was pretty, like, you had to be pretty proficient.
I'll give you that. He was pretty proficient with his devil fruit.
Like thin air?
Right? But I will say, in terms of like high level, I'm talking Doflamingo, NL, and now we got Kizaru.
Why do you say Kizaru?
Clones, bro. He's making shadow clones with his devil fruit.
Okay, no, that is pretty, but that's pretty much within the realm of like the devil fruit.
Really? Like with his light devil fruit,
I think that's a pretty good like base for it. Yeah.
With his light devil fruit?
Yeah.
I don't. How do you make shadow clones out of a light?
How do you make shadow clones after a string?
Fair. Well, that's what I'm saying. Doflamingo is number one.
That's a big difference. Light makes sense because it's an image. So
light is you can make an image through light, but to thread a whole being of you
functional
and to be functional,
fair,
and tangible.
No, I'm not saying Doflamingo is not tough. That's why I said Doflamingo is up there.
That's a difference though, because you're making one out of string.
Well, in terms of everyone else we've seen so far with their devil fruits, I think Kizaru uses his devil fruit very proficiently.
That's fair. Out of
everyone.
A lot of people.
It's not everyone, but like a lot of people that we've seen thus far.
Okay.
The last person we've seen use a devil fruit that proficient was Doflamingo. Who else is using? Green Bull wasn't using his shit proficiently like that. Fujitoro wasn't really doing it.
To be fair, Green Bull, he made a really good case. He's like, oh, you think fire is gonna do something to me?
Yeah.
I'm using the most like durable wood resistant.
Yeah, sure.
In an aspect like that, it's like, okay, you are going out of your way to kind of like.
You make your weaknesses, not weaknesses. Yeah, 100%.
But I get what you're saying.
But yeah, Kizaru, I feel like the way he's doing shit, bro.
I don't know, because if he's just a plant fucking user, right?
Yeah.
He stabs you with the plant and it absorbs your essence.
Yeah.
That's a pretty.
I thought that was just a base fruit.
You think that doesn't seem like his base fruit was just creating plants?
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Like creating life?
Yeah, creating like life, but like plant life, right?
Mm.
So like it's kind of weird to be like, okay, I can absorb your nutrients from your body.
I thought that was the whole point of that fruit was the fact that he can take nutrients.
No, he turns into a fucking tree.
Oh, I don't know what that fruit is about.
And then he walks.
Because we didn't get a fucking explanation on that fruit. It's just like
already?
It was just the name of it.
I feel like Green Bull can make clones too. He's like wood. I would assume wood.
Imagine.
That's fair.
Imagine if he could, but he didn't.
But
I feel like he would have.
But I would argue too for Green Bull, it does seem a lot more like, because within the realm of the devil fruit, light images complete sense. Mm-hmm. So Kizaru to do that,
it makes sense. Yeah, no, it does make sense.
To take an extra step would be like string or
wood.
Or
you can say the same thing about string. How with puppets, you use puppets to control. You use string to control puppets.
No, not like that.
Yeah, you do.
Now, like I guess you can. There's the correlation, right? Like that's string. You use string like puppet master, right? I get it.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's like
where the upgrade is with Doflamingo is when he can fucking. Sorry, spoilers, Zeke. When he can fucking rearrange his insides and
his atoms, his cells, his cells.
That's when it gets to a point where it's like, okay, this nigga's proficient.
But keep in mind, when it comes to string, what he's doing when he attaches it to somebody's spine, is I think he's taking control of like their nervous system.
That I don't know. You're good, Zeke.
Right? Because it's not like some magic, like it's gonna touch you and then you're.
I thought it was just like limbs and shit like that. That's what I thought.
No, but how else would he?
Nervous system.
Because it's right here, right? It's like the back of their spine is where it attaches to.
I think it attaches everything. I'm pretty sure it shows.
Either
the
way,
arms
he has control over people.
But no, his is like the most proficient.
Question: what's his name? Cracker on Whole Cake. The fact that he can make something that durable too says a lot about his proficiency with the devil fruit. No.
I don't know. I don't know what this devil fruit is about, though.
I can get with that to a certain extent.
I know you're talking about Logia. Oh wait.
No, just in general. I just don't know some of these devil fruits' description. Like, if I knew the description of what it did, then it'd be like, okay, how far they're taking it? Fucking insane, With Kizaru,
Luffy's a good example. Like
Luffy's a great example. His shit took it fucking all the way.
Fruit?
Well, don't.
No. Now that we know what it is, right?
Yeah. Now that we know what it is.
No, but he was under the assumption the entire time it was Gum Gum.
That's true.
The entire time. So what he was able to do.
No. That's actually crazy. Yeah. The fact that he was able to do Gear 2 with his fruit.
Yeah,
right?
That's
Gear
amazing.
3.
Gear 3. Amazing.
And 4.
Gear 4 with his fruit.
Amazing.
With rubber.
Which was the base. The base is just rubber. And you can stretch. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
So the fact that he can go that far, that's proficiency.
Yeah. That's honestly very much proficiency.
Yeah. In my opinion.
Yeah. Yes. He's able to be like, I can make myself strong.
Yeah.
Big or fast in certain modes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's very skillful.
Snake Man.
Yeah,
you know,
cold.
Tank Man.
Tank
He
Man,
literally,
Bounce Man.
yeah, no, he very proficient. That nigga's proficient as fuck.
Afro Man, yeah.
I'm driving, yeah. But yeah, no, I feel like Kizaru with his like proficiency in his devil fruit, because I thought in my mind, I'm like, oh, he's one of the weakest admirals. You feel me? Oh, we got Akainu, we got Aokiji, and then we got Kizaru.
Nope.
But now it's like, okay, Kizaru, albeit I don't know if I would say boxing, but he's like scrapping with a Gear 5 Luffy. Because I know Luffy wasn't trying in that fight. You feel me? But he was scrapping with him.
You can argue too that Kizaru's also not really trying to
Fair.
an extent. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
I think that a big argument is his capability, and it's like a lot of people are saying that like he doesn't want to
do
what he's doing.
True.
But he's forced to. Like he never really wants to, kill people. It doesn't seem like.
Yeah.
Right? He doesn't have that motivation to do so. He's just kind of like, it's my job. I have to. Like I think at one point he kind of says like don't you think this like bugs me too? Like I just have to do it.
Yeah.
It's my job.
Yeah.
Like it's just what I got to do.
He reminds me of like a Shikamaru. Like he's cracked, but his personality like kind of nerfs him in a way where like he's not always going full out.
Like when he goes against the perfect defense guy, the sumo wrestler.
Oh, Sentomaru.
Yeah, when he goes against Sentomaru, he was like, I'm gonna go challenge him. Like, as a man,
he
could have ignored him completely, but he goes after him specifically. You have a little squabble. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
Like there's what he can do, and what he wants to or willing to do. And I think even in the fight with Gear 5, he's kind of like, well, you're ridiculous. Like you are pretty strong, but at the same time, I don't think he's kind of like wanting to go all out.
Yeah, like trying to win immediately.
Like, does he really need to charge up that long to fucking shoot him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Especially with his kick. His kick is quick. He usually does his kicks pretty quickly. Also, I do want to say when he was trying to get Vegapunk or get the Strawhats or whatever, he was pretty nonchalant with it.
He was already there.
Yeah, he was already
there for like
there.
a couple of seconds, depending on the time perception. But like he was there, he could have killed him.
He even shot an attack at the Straw Hat car, and then Luffy ended up eating it. So it's like,
which is crazy,
which is fire
because he turned. You would think like I don't know what the hell would happen to that energy or whatever. Yeah. But it came back out, and like he shot through his eyes, ears, mouth, like insane, right? Like you would like that's
and
ridiculous.
Then going back to the whole like the animators and the creative freedom with this, it's always like I get what you mean now to read the manga, and then it's just like to think about the creators like how am I gonna transform this into this art style? Yeah. And then how am I gonna make it so different?
Yes.
Like to think of all this stuff is so cool. It's like
it's almost like you have a blueprint, right?
Yeah.
But what you can do with that blueprint is so different. To me, a lot of the time, reading the manga and watching the show is like it's black and white because like 90% of what I see, like you can't even comprehend that on like 5 panels.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, there's a lot that you don't really like catch. It's you can read the manga and come to a whole different aspect. Watching the show. They're not necessarily the same. That's why I'm like, I don't know. It's not the same shit.
Right.
When it comes to that argument.
Chat, 1 second. We're gonna restart the stream real quick. Because it's not on the actual live stream link. So we're going to restart it real quick. We'll be right back. Apologies. That's weird.
What happened?
It's not on the events that I created. Don't know why. All right, let's do that.
What's Kick?
Another
it's like a stream. It's like Rumble or Twitch.
And then why can't I look at... There we go. Should be live now. All right. Okay. Let's continue. Apologies for that.
Don Whipper.
That's weird. Why is it doing that?
Huh.
Why is it doing that? It's not going to the actual link of the stream. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, now we're live. We're good.
We live, baby. We live.
We live, baby. Okay, but like we were saying, but yeah, Vincent Chancellor said all of this jazz. You feel me? And it's
first comment.
Oh, Scorpio. Yeah, an hour later. Apologies, big dog. Apologies, big dog.
Go ahead.
But yeah, he confirmed all of this on an interview he was doing, which is fire.
We're listening. I just want to watch this clip. Go ahead.
Which
It's when he punches him.
Oh, when he wraps it around.
And then the star is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, so he did use hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he did use it.
Well, he used armament hockey. I don't know if he used Conquerors or not, Ryu or not.
I thought the
rewind it a little bit.
I thought the Red Lightning is always Conquerors. No, because I thought
Red Lightning is Conquerors.
Yeah.
It's Conquerors Clash.
Sometimes they use it.
That's armament, right?
Yeah.
But then
sometimes they do it and it's
watch. He misses.
That's the little star shit I was talking about.
And then that's Conquerors. I thought.
Yeah, that's Conquerors.
Whenever there's lightning, I thought it's Conquerors.
That's for sure Conquerors. Got to be.
Okay.
But you're right. No Ryu.
So yeah, the whole time he wasn't really using Conquerors. So
he doesn't use Ryu at, like nearly, because I think what it is, like his character too is like very lackadaisical. Like if he used that for everybody he fights against, it's like a lot of people are one tap up until it gets to like the upper echelon,
like the admirals and shit.
Yeah. You know, like every vice admiral or
every vice admiral,
you know, like
we get rocked. Elor talk about finally asking the real questions. One Piece is definitely over animated. He's a One Piece hater. Mind you, only seen Marineford. Not like anything before.
I remember you said that's crazy. Bro.
Just the arc Marineford. And I don't even know if he watched the full arc.
Does he even know the context?
No, he just watched the arc. That's it. Nothing before. So I was like, man, you just skipped 400 episodes. He sat
there, opened up his computer. He's like, all right, let's see what they
let's see what Marineford is about, bro.
Wait, so that's he said it's not Conquerors hockey?
Apparently Vincent said it's not Conquerors. Interesting. If the animator himself says not Conquerors, it's not Conquerors.
They can't be doing that.
This late in the game,
they can't be doing that.
Damn.
Sometimes
you're telling them what to do.
Yeah, no, they can't.
Sometimes I'll see Red Lightning, but they'll explicitly say or I'll see it from somebody that isn't using Conquerors or some shit like that, but the context that's not Conquerors hockey, because I've seen it before where I think we've talked about it, where something has like Red Lightning but they weren't using Conquerors, or it was before they knew about Conquerors.
Yeah, okay, so it's like if they were to animate a scene where somebody's using armament hockey, but it wasn't shown illustrated like that, it wasn't black, it was just like a normal hand, and we're like, okay, like how are we supposed to like verify that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do things that everybody collectively knows. You know what I'm saying? Like Red Lightning implies Conquerors, right? Or a clash of some sort. And armament hockey is black coding. Like these are things we need to see in order to verify what's happening on the screen. So when you don't do that, or you do it and be like, oh no, this wasn't one of the cases. Like we're gonna have to wait for verification from someone else every time to distinguish that for ourselves.
And it fucks with the kind of
exactly
consistency.
When you don't touch Ryu,
I think Ryu is when it shows like a kind of orange
going through your body.
Coating,
on
top of the armament.
So it affects you inside.
Inside.
What is it when they don't touch?
That's Ryu.
Ryu's when they don't touch.
Not necessarily don't touch, but internal damage. That's Ryu.
Roger and Whitebeard.
Oh, Ryu. That's also Ryu. Ryu, there's like different, not like different types of Ryu, but different ways of using Ryu. Right? When you use Ryu, there's ways that you can hit someone and you don't make contact, but it's still internally damaging them.
Like an energy.
Yeah, like energy. So, and then there's one like you can actually make contact with them and then internally damage.
Kaido knew Ryu.
Because
didn't they not touch either? I thought
Kaido knew.
Oh, that's
advanced
true.
coded.
They didn't touch.
That's true. I think the bat or the mate, the mace and the
Baugo, whatever.
His hand
and I think it was foot. No,
whatever.
Possibly.
It was.
It's chancla.
Yeah. But then,
but it was like,
because I thought like Law even saw them. He's like, they're not touching or some shit.
I think they definitely, because Whitebeard and Roger also did that, right? I don't know what causes that. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if it's Conquerors hockey that causes that. I don't know if it's got to be Conquerors hockey. I don't know if I don't think it's armament, because Whitebeard and Roger weren't using armament at the time.
Okay. So
it's got to be Conquerors.
Luffy kicks Kizaru with his like normal kick.
Yeah.
With Conquerors.
At the very beginning, the first one.
Yeah, very beginning, and we see the lightning, and we see the fact that Kizaru is like blocking, right, and is making contact with Kizaru
in the manga.
Yeah, implies that like, okay, he's using the hockey because otherwise he would just shoot right through Kizaru.
He has to use ace type of hockey. Is it armament or is it Conquerors as well? Armament.
Well, in the panel I'm seeing, like, because it's black and white, but you see the lightning. The lightning implies that there's hockey.
Okay.
And the fact that he's touching a Logia user implies that like, okay, Taki.
Taki, yes.
Right? And then for punch him in the head.
Oh, he found that shit mad cool.
No, he found that shit cool. He was on that shit immediately.
So
he has that shit tabbed, bro, bookmarked.
There is purple light. I mean, I'm sorry, not purple. There is a lightning 2 in the hit on his head for Kizaru in the manga as well.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm reading the manga and I see that, I'm like,
Chancellor Oda has lightning.
That's confusing thing. Like, if you're telling me it's not like a Conquerors or something, but like we're seeing that it is, then what's the case?
Yeah, true, valid. Sometimes I don't know, man. Sometimes with One Piece, it's hard to tell, bro. It's hard to tell.
Or there's a new hockey.
Is it what?
Or there's a new hockey.
That would be an interesting take. I'm not gonna lie.
Low key, kind of like Ryu and like Gear 4. I love it. Don't get me wrong. They brought it up. It seems like they kind of like forgot about it. You know what I'm saying?
Ryu?
Kind of.
I think it's because there's no one that they were fighting. Because Ryu is a high level technique that is used for high level, players. And the only time we haven't really seen high level players this whole time until now Kizaru pulled up.
It's just like I thought like versus Kaido would be like a Ryu fight, but it's like Gear 5.
Oh no, he was using Ryu for a lot of the attacks. Because that's the only way you can really damage Kaido. Yeah, so it's just I don't think they explicitly stated a lot of the times when it comes to.
Now,
yes, I concur.
I'm looking at other panels of Conqueror's hockey usage, and it's depicted the same way as that punch to Kizaru's head.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So so it had to be Conquerors. Then.
Yeah. So like, let's say this is against Kaido, right? This one is the Whitebeard and Roger.
Okay. All right.
Right, and then this one is even Zoro.
That's hard as fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
His favorite ass character, honestly.
Yeah. Dude, that's hard. That's hard. Okay, so it had to be. I don't know what made him tee up right there at the end.
Yeah.
And just, you know what? I'm tired of you. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I feel like Luffy, low key, even if Kizaru was trying, I feel like Luffy would have won that with medium difficulty. I think it would have been pretty chill fight for Luffy. I feel like, in my opinion, if Luffy were to actually like try. Okay, I think it would have been a smooth.
Given Kizaru's actually trying?
Yeah, if Kizaru's also actually trying, I think it would have been a medium difficulty fight for Luffy. I think he would have had some struggle, but I think at the end of the day, I don't think he would have struggled nearly as much as Kaido.
Damn, I want to give Kizaru a little benefit of the doubt.
I do.
In all seriousness, the things that you can do with light, and because keep in mind, it's like it's implied that like if it hits you, it'll take you out.
I think he would have completed his job quicker. Yes, beat Luffy. I don't know.
With other low level niggas maybe.
No, consider
but
this.
I don't think with Luffy.
Luffy's dodging every light attack, right? Every single.
He also did. Oh, I think this is the first time we actually seen him bleed though when he got hit with an attack.
Oh yeah, in the cloud.
The cloud,
he got scratched right there.
Yeah, I don't know how or what. Luffy got hit and he bled.
By the way, the
crazy.
They were adding choreography in this fight. Oh, I was so happy. They were with Bonnie. They showed her running around doing all that. I was like, oh my god, yes, I love this. And a little bit of Luffy too. He's like bobbing and weaving all the clones.
Yes.
Oh, I was like, this I loved. I love the choreography. I love the effort.
Shout out to the animators on one that are currently animating One Piece, man. Y'all are killing it.
But my point is, Luffy's dodging every single attack.
He is.
And in the case where he did eat the attack, right? But every other attack he is dodging, and he gets wounded by it, right? When it grazes his cheek, and he starts bleeding.
Is interesting because with not even Kaido with his Bagua,
but there's a
damaged him.
There's a difference between like physical, and like light energy, does that make sense to you? Like. He's rubber. I thought the whole point of hockey. He's like a really hard rubber.
I thought the whole.
Why do you say that?
I thought the whole point of Gear 5 was so that he didn't get hit, like damage. Really, you know what I'm saying?
With physical attacks.
I thought it was with anything.
But keep in mind, he can distort reality.
Photons.
So I think if he really wanted to, he could like be like, oh, the light beam attack, like I could catch it, redirect it, or some shit like he did with Kaido's fire breath. Right?
Yeah.
Right? But the thing is, like, what I'm trying to say is that medium difficulty might be, might be a little stretch because
I might be violating a little bit.
The capabilities, like, let's say you had all the Kizurus lined up, right? They're all shooting fucking just lasers everywhere, or lasers in all omnidirections, and or like get close enough to Luffy and then just fucking solar flare his ass.
Solar flare.
You know, some shit like that. Like I'm sure, like if Kizaru teed up, it'd be a lot more struggle for Luffy, even in his OP reality warping form.
Valid.
Medium def is a little. I feel like a little stretch. I'm gonna give it to like in between medium and high.
Fair. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I can't really gauge it too well, but that's where I'm going to give it personally.
As soon as I heard Vincent Chancellor say Luffy was not trying, I was like, okay, that's another level of himness that Luffy got that I am kind of violating. Yeah. I feel like I'm also violating Kizaru. I feel like I've been violating him this whole time because he has never tried.
Yeah.
You feel me? So can you blame me?
Most of the time he doesn't have to, though. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah,
like, he's so nonchalant about everything.
And he handles, yeah. So
Real
that's
quick,
actually valid. That's actually valid.
Don't say a lot. Do you think he's going to start trying in the next couple episodes?
Wait, I feel like I read this. I already know this, no?
Did he start trying?
Are you talking to me?
Talking to Kane.
Oh.
I should know this, is what I'm saying. I don't know.
Because what you just said, he's a nonchalant person.
Yeah.
But what's about to come or what's about to happen?
I think he tees up, not against Luffy. You know, like.
Oh, wait, we're talking about Kizaru?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
What are you talking about?
I was talking about Luffy.
Luffy.
So sorry.
I think Luffy does.
I mean, Luffy got it to you. I mean, what's going on right now? He got it to you up at this point.
I think Luffy does.
Yeah, if you don't tee you, nigga finna get knocked off. Yo! He took out one of his own, bro.
What?
That nigga took out one of his own.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Did you see how Saturn? Did you see how he did it, though?
I don't know what it was.
Did you see how he did it, though?
I don't know yet. That's a different level of strength that I've never seen before,
crazy.
bro. That's different.
Crazy.
He used the he said, he sold his ass, bro.
Oh my god.
Or sorry, he TN'd his ass, bro.
Was it a regular schmegular?
Yeah. But I don't know what the fuck he did though.
When the Navy guy, the Marine, he's like, what the fuck is that? He's like, nasty ass fucking sweater, right? And homie's like, hey, bro, shut up. And then it was like, he's like, oh, too late. He runs and his homie gets fucking blinked at. Dude, crazy.
That was accurate, though. That guy was like, ew.
It's funny because he only knocked off the nigga that said that and not the other one. So that's valid, bro.
I'm not sure if they're going to show a little bit more or if I remember it correctly.
Yeah.
But in the manga, he actually, anybody within the vicinity gets knocked.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. All of them.
That's interesting.
But in this scene, they were like, nah, fuck that guy.
No, fuck that guy.
Shit.
He said, ew. Word? Yeah, he got his ass. But that was fucking funny, bro. Oh, because I replayed it. I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch, bro? That shit shocked me. I was shocked.
You know what I found really interesting, too, is that all of the people that were aware of what was going on or what kind of aura was, being sent off of Saturn.
Yeah.
They were either animal or very high level hockey users.
Yes, bro. I peeped that. I was like, hold on. The only person that turned around was Chopper and Jinbei and Zoro, right?
And
Luffy, right? Or no?
I think it was Luffy, Kizaru, and Sanji.
Did Sanji turn
I
or did Zoro? I don't know if Zoro did.
Sanji had better turn around because if he didn't, then
I thought Zoro was like someone's strong presence has arrived.
Yeah.
Oh, Zoro did. Okay, Sanji didn't turn around.
I think
no, because Chopper I think was the only nigga that turned around in that group. Because Chopper goes like, what the hell? And then everybody else is like, what happened? Because Frankie didn't turn around.
Frankie didn't.
Yeah.
I think any like hockey user, like even Lucci experienced it too.
Sanji goes, something's coming.
Sanji?
Oh, is he seeing it? That's different.
Yeah, no, it was after, I think.
No, this was before. You gotta go before he actually TP's in.
Yeah.
Before TP.
Like as he's going to TP and the wine is on the table gonna fall off, that when everybody's like, oh shit, something's going on.
Royalty says, I don't know, Kizaru and EOS Sanji. Wait, what?
EOS Sanji. Exos. No, I don't know.
Eternal
Mangekyo
Sharingan? Yeah. EOS Sanji victim, him losing to Gear 5 mid-diff makes sense in my opinion, but I like Kizaru. He's just lacking the hockey. True. A lot of Devil Fruit users that are high-tier Devil Fruit users really lack hockey or hockey feats. And they just rely heavily on their Devil Fruit. It's
been stated, though, that Kizaru specifically out of the Admirals is very Devil Fruit reliant.
It's been stated?
Yeah. I think Zeph.
Oh.
Zeph in
Redfoot Zeph?
Huh?
Sanji's
No. Sorry. No, something with a Z in the Z movie. The guy with the purple that trained all the Marines and stuff. What's his name?
I don't remember.
Zareth.
No, Zareth is.
I
think it's ZI, something like that.
Z something.
Yeah.
Well, homeboy in the purple with the big arm.
Yeah.
The one that's trained all the Marines. He stated that he's always been too reliant on his devil fruit.
Who?
Kizuru.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think they showcase the different admiral levels, except for Akainu. But Aokiji, they show him training Haki to be like pretty strong with it because he trained with Garp using it on on the Marine base when he was younger. But on Full Lead, they show that backstory.
Who?
For
Akainu?
For Aokiji.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Akainu.
Yeah. So you have Aokiji that's pretty like I think fairly balanced between devil fruit usage and Haki. Mm-hmm. But Kizo seems to be very devil fruit reliant.
Yes.
Akainu is I think is a bit of both. As far as we can tell right now, without diving too back, because he did use Haki.
He did.
I think when he was fighting
Ford.
Aokiji?
No. Marine Ford against Whitebeard.
I
think so.
Because technically, he did beat Aokiji, and so I feel like if you're more, if you're half and half, you do better than somebody that's just reliant on devil.
Aokiji has Haki.
Aokiji has Haki.
Did you go to Luffy and then Kizuru sense it.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Zoro and
I don't think Sanji senses it.
That Sanji did it.
Yes.
Oh, he did it?
I told you.
Ooh, that's embarrassing.
Zoro
you know what that says about him?
Lucci,
then Chopper, then Jinbei, and that's it.
Jinbei sense it?
Then Jinbei sense it.
Interesting.
Wait, now that I'm remembering it, actually, I think when it comes to Aokiji, he's just tough normally. Because I think when he was training with Garp, he said no Haki.
I have no Haki.
Yeah.
I was like, did he ever learn Haki eventually? But at the beginning,
he has Haki. But I don't think he's too strong of a Haki user. Because now thinking about it, I remember they are just hitting the hull of the ship.
Yeah.
Barefisted.
Yeah. No
Haki.
Yeah.
Just strength training.
Yeah.
Raw.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Zephyr is his name. Shout out to you, Zilla. Paper. Chapin says most random live time ever. Yeah, I just wanted to get one in. You know what I'm saying? This week, everybody got plans for Mother's Day, so early one today. Miguel says Kizuru has crazy Haki. Y'all, he has advanced armament Haki, advanced observation Haki. Film Z is not canon. Oda has nothing to do with that movie. Hey man,
I feel like it's been stated by like other people too.
We already know that Kizuru's hella devil fruit reliant. We haven't even seen him use really Haki the whole time. What Haki feats, other than maybe in the manga, has he used in the anime? Because I don't see anything in the anime that he used. So, Chapman says W, I like early pod. Oh no, this is the only one because everybody else has work during the week, yeah. So
and then today I just had to work off. So
yeah, he had off today, so we could have done it early. That's why. Royalty says not his Haki, not on Akainu or Kuzan level though, because his mentality, Haki is literally ambition. Kizuru has no ambition. That's why his big fight will be against Kizuru or against Sanji. Ah, yes, okay, yeah.
Say again?
We forget too. He went up against Rayleigh.
He did go against Rayleigh.
He did go against
old decrepit Rayleigh, but Rayleigh.
Nah, the decrepit Rayleigh is.
Rayleigh said that he would lose to Blackbeard. So.
Well, yeah, but that's Blackbeard, 2 devil fruits. Had time to marinate with powers.
Has Haki, right?
Has Haki too.
Haki. Yeah, but I mean,
I don't think he kind of. Okay,
he's being humble.
A loss, sure, is a loss.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean homie doesn't lose a limb or something.
Easy.
It's not like he's gonna come out unscathed.
Fair.
Like homie just flexed his Haki, unsheathing his shield, and everybody was like, "All right, I'm gonna chill out on that."
Fair. When he said EOS, he meant end of series.
Oh,
they did say that.
Yeah, sorry, forgot to mention that. But whatchamacallit, yeah. So that's what Vincent Chancellor said, and all that shit, all that jazz. But
he's a liar.
He also said, he's also seen the talk around Vincent Chancellor. He's also seen the talk around people saying Toei favors Zoro more than Sanji, right? And he's come out and he said legit, he's like, he knows for a fact Toei does not favor Sanji more than Zoro. Like,
he said that's not the case?
He said that is not the case for a fact 100%. However, it might seem like that, he says, because when it comes to Zoro,
he said, I personally draw that shit to hype up my boy.
No, when it comes to Zoro, his storyline ties more into the main plot more than Sanji does.
But then what's the whole like him gagging over girls and stuff? Like that's nowhere.
That's in the manga.
It's not.
It is
not the scene where it's with Bonnie.
Oh, with the
I mean Stussy, when Stussy was like a dog and shit like that.
That's not in the manga.
That's not in the manga. Right?
Yeah.
When he's like a dog and
there's a couple scenes.
But that's in character for him.
It's a character.
It is in character, but
like the dog scene, that's like.
Well, think about it, right? They add in anime exclusive scenes all the time, right? And those anime exclusive scenes are in character tailored towards that character.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, because like a pick and choose kind of thing.
Exactly.
But I'm not against it. People are just perceiving it like, oh, you're doing it wrong.
Doing it for
he would definitely do
this. Because if you look back, that Sanji versus Queen fight was tough.
Fishman Island, he almost dies twice. From loss of blood, nosebleeds.
Yeah. So that's in his character.
He was on an island full of guys. Like, it doesn't matter.
I mean, that's
it's
still his
very
character.
much within his character.
Yeah.
He almost died of blood loss, nosebleeds.
100%. So he said it verbatim. He's like, no, he knows for a fact, like Toei, the upper echelon of Toei, they don't really care about, they're not really focusing on like, no, make Zoro look better than Sanji. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Maybe on an animator level, you know what I'm saying? Maybe obviously some animators might prefer Zoro over Sanji, but they don't. It's not up to them. You know what I'm saying? It's not up to them to be like, oh, I want this scene in, this scene. They have to answer to directors and shit. So, so he said it himself. An animator said it himself. So y'all can just chill now on that part. If just blame. Oh, at this point, the only person you can blame is Oda for creating Sanji like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that is Sanji's character.
True.
You feel me? If you don't like him acting like that, that is his character. Hate Sanji. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate the animators because they do what Sanji would like. They animate
because they do their job right.
Yeah, they do their job right, and they showcase Sanji how his character is. You know what I'm saying? So sorry, Sanji fans. I love Sanji myself. When in the good parts of Sanji and Whole Cake, he was amazing. But
that was the best version of Sanji.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
After before that, I didn't really give a fuck about him.
Same.
After that, I was like, I still don't really give a fuck about you.
Same. But you actually made me like you for a second.
Okay, but what happened? Because think about it. Like he has a whole story, background, feeling, emotion. You can relate, right?
Yep.
But then right after that, they get into like they get into Wano, right? Mm-hmm. And you have a homie getting exoskeleton.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna write in like just hacks for you.
True.
Like you get swung on by a dinosaur with like a 10, 20 foot fucking sword to the neck,
and then just
no hockey, nothing base. You tank it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can turn invisible.
Yeah.
Like just different little stuff. Is like we're kind of just giving you shit. Yeah. Giving you shit. Yeah. I don't really like that for characters.
100%.
That's why I talk with Zoro so heavy. Mm-hmm. Everything he got, he earned.
For it. Yeah, he worked for that.
So
shit.
I'm just,
I ain't gonna lie. He worked for that.
But that's a big difference. That's a Sanji fan.
Yeah.
Compared to a Zoro fan. That's what I'm saying.
That's valid. That is actually valid.
Valid?
Catch up on One Piece, bro.
I didn't hear Jack say valid, so.
Valid.
No. I know that is valid. 100%. I agree. But whatchamacallit? Yeah. So I actually liked him at the beginning with his backstory with Zeph. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. I was like, yo, this cat. I fuck with this character.
The kid,
the background, and then the Barati.
On the rock.
Barati, like for him was really good.
That was a really good arc.
He's slick,
really good.
Yeah, but then
after that,
he got a little comfortable. Like, hey, bro, you
no, his character really just digresses, bro, as he goes along, and then it jumps in Whole Cake. And then digresses some more.
No, I feel like that's in our opinion. That's probably what we don't want to see.
Hey,
I think a lot of people agree. What's that?
I mean, are you talking about him like lusting over girls?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Water 7 was stupid though.
Didn't Jiraiya do that?
No, but Jiraiya locks in, bro, when he needs to lock in. Sanji 90% of the time is like that, bro.
Yeah, I never seen Jiraiya die from a nosebleed.
Yeah, no, he literally almost physically died. Like plot wise, he almost died because of blood loss.
I wouldn't be surprised if like in the final battle, like stakes are high and there's a girl in trouble, he would veer off course. I'm pretty sure that would happen.
It ties into that's the thing that I was saying with Sanji. His
goal doesn't tie into
exactly like his shit doesn't tie into the main plot all that much. Whereas opposed to Zoro, his shit, him being the greatest swordsman, right, ties into the plot a lot. You know what I'm saying? With Mihawk, you feel me? With helping Luffy obtain his goals and shit like that. All of Zoro's ideals and aspirations tie into the main plot. And that's why his shit gets animated better, because his is more high stakes.
I would have argued too, Sanji's character ties in more back when Big Mom was relevant.
100%.
Because, you know, like that's his family's relation to an emperor that they have to fight against. Up until Big Mom was defeated, I was like, Sanji's completely relevant.
Yeah.
You know, Germa,
100%.
The Big Mom pirates.
Yeah.
But then after the fact, it was kind of like, okay, you're not as relevant or important anymore compared to like Zoro. Like, I can see that. I can definitely see, because he wants to be the strongest and he has to fight other strong people and blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
But outside of like that, he didn't have a story like Sanji did.
Not at all. Yeah, really.
So
so it's interesting to see that. So if the animator said it himself, hey, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying, nigga? You can't argue with the animators, brother. They making the shits. You know what I'm saying? So take it. And Vincent Chancellor seems like a genuine guy too. Like all the interviews, he's not really like very adamant or like strong opinionated, or he's just really chill. You know, gives his opinions on how he finds he's a French guy, you know what I'm saying? Francois. You know Francois. So shout out to Vincent Chancellor, man. He's a goat in the game for real. And all the shits that he works on and puts his pen and paper to, fucking beautiful. So shout out to him, and shout out to all the animators that working on One Piece currently. Y'all killing that shit, bro. Not gonna lie to you. But we can keep it pushing. That was the One Piece talk. Actually, let's read some comments real quick. Let's read some comments. Kizaru was scared of Ben Beckman too. Scared is a little stretch. I think he
realized like, he knows, like, comp is here now.
Yeah, he knows their comp. You know what I'm saying? If you
what does dodging smoke imply? Given the circumstance where he could have,
I wouldn't say he's scared. I would be like, because that's what he does that all the time to anybody. Really, he's like, if anybody pulls up on him, he's like, oh, you're here. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool.
Ooh,
Rayleigh. You know what I'm saying? He did that with Rayleigh.
Okay. So, when in this scenario, Kizaru was gonna go destroy Boat Snow, right? But then he was stopped by Beckman. He said, "All right, chill it, bro." And then Kizaru was like,
"Whoa,
okay, you got it."
Yeah,
he could have ignored him, gone for it, fought him.
Well, that's the thing. He's not that type of guy, though.
But the point is, he stopped him in his tracks.
Yeah,
he said, "Good boy."
That's crazy.
No. Okay, no. Y'all dragging it.
No.
Y'all
dragging it. Y'all dragging it.
A non-devil fruit user stopped a devil fruit user. That's kind of crazy in his tracks.
But it's like that's in his character. I feel like if anybody was there, anybody of a decent comp was there, he'd be like, "Whoa."
Wasn't he sweating? Was he a little nervous?
No, he really wasn't. He just said, "Whoa."
He wasn't sweating?
He was cheesing low key. He was like, go ahead, search it up. I don't think he was sweating. I think he was just like, whoa, like I didn't expect you to be here, type of shit. Tight. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think Kizaru is the type of guy to like be stressing over, comp. Yeah, over somebody that's actually comp. So, in my opinion, at least. W. Vincent said they don't favor either one, but Oda makes Zoro more important to the narrative. 100%. See, that's just apparent. You can tell that by just watching the series. In reality, Vincent said Luffy Gear 5 is better than any character in any other anime. Yeah, low key. He said he loves animating Gear 5 the best, so I respect it. Ask Oda favorite character might be Sanji. I mean, compare Sanji writing in Whole Cake to Zoro writing in Wano. Oda 100% loves Sanji. Also, people in Japan love weird Sanji stuff. None of my business, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. None of my business, bro. I saw a poll for the best devil fruit in Japan, and the clear fruit won, and it's kind of insane. Clear.
Dude, that's insane.
Wait, which one is that? Is that the one?
You
the
know,
invisible
from
one?
Thriller Bark? Yeah.
No.
The invisible one?
Yeah. Niggas is weird. Out of all devil fruits, you went that one. That's weird.
That is crazy.
That is weird.
No, that's wild.
If that's actually true, huh? What is that?
What's wrong with that?
No. Oh, if that's actually true, that's crazy, though.
That's great power comes great responsibility.
Almost a wolf it. Whatchamacallit? Sanji has more depth. Zoro has more pivotal roles. Sure, yeah, he had more depth. Right? At this point, it's like, nigga, he's almost irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? The nigga's just there for a laugh low key.
No, I don't think he was sweating.
He wasn't, right? Yeah, I'm saying, bro. That nigga was not stressed. He was not stressed, bro.
Yeah.
That's Kizaru, bro. He's not stressed over nothing.
Like in the middle of a war and you just stop because someone
he's
told you
not-
to?
That's Kizaru.
Okay.
He's a chill guy.
So the Shanks crew showing up and Shanks being like, all right, this war's done. Everybody stop.
Yeah.
And everybody like, okay.
Mhm.
In that scenario, when some people are at war, does not imply like, okay, we're fearful of you and what you can do, so we are gonna listen.
Kizaru answers to the higher ups. So if
I didn't hear nobody telling me, hey,
if
bro, don't go.
Sengoku? Sengoku was like, all right, we're done. We're done.
No.
Shut it down.
In that scenario where Beckman,
But that, I feel like that's in Kizaru's character to be like, hey, man. You know what I'm saying? But that was while everything was happening, while all the red hair came. You know?
okay, valid.
So they stopped everything. Everybody stopped.
You're right.
So it's like it wasn't just Kizaru.
That's
Everyone
true.
stopped.
That's true.
So I feel like it's in its character.
It's like fighting Beckman would imply like, okay, now the Shanks fire.
Yeah, you want to fight against the red hair.
Right,
Oh, yeah, that's actually valid. Yeah. You want to, like, because Shanks asked, he's like, yo, y'all want to keep fighting? We can keep fighting. For real. So if he kept fighting, everybody would be like, but Sengoku was like, all right, my nigga, listen, back up. I didn't ask for that. And even Mihawk was like, I didn't know Shanks.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I didn't sign up for this.
I didn't know Shanks was pulling up. I'm Audi 5000. So.
You know, it's funny if you would have asked me the question before Kizaru, I would have been like, yeah, no, Mihawk's not scared of that bitch.
That's so funny. That's crazy. Oh my god, Mihawk really was like, yeah, I'm going, bro.
No, he said Shanks.
He's like, what? Yeah,
that shit up.
He really she scampered that. She just
Hopped on his fucking foot long boat and got out of there.
Yo, that nigga was not having it, bro. He was like, y'all didn't tell me Shanks was pulling up, bro. Oh my god, that does not do justice for Mihawk's character. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's
Like-
like Whitebeard. Yeah, red hair. No.
That's crazy though, huh?
Yeah, but I don't.
Whitebeard is older.
It's funny because it makes him seem like a
That's
bitch,
true.
but at the same time, he did state that he doesn't want to fight a weaker version of Shanks. So, but it does make him
That's what I'm
look.
going with.
Yeah, he does. It does make him look like a bitch, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Pause.
Anywho, Sanji, just a complete better written character. He's up there with Robin, honestly, when you break it down. Oda loves Sanji. No, Sanji's a good. What? No.
Backstory wise.
Yes.
Backstory wise.
Sanji's character, up until like the backstory and the present and shit like that, and tie it with the important parts. Yes. Other than that, right? His regular day-to-day character is fucking terrible, bro. That shit is just horrendous to watch.
It's a
They're like
bit,
opposites. Where I feel like Zoro's. I mean, I don't know fully Zoro's.
No,
backstory.
100%. Yeah.
Zoro's backstory though, with like him being with that girl and that whole thing.
Mhm.
That's all we know, really.
Yeah,
Nah.
it's like, but Zoro now, everyone's like, dude, he's the best.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where it's like Sanji now is like, but his backstory is carrying.
In fact, so like Sanji's whole backstory was deep, in depth, 2-parter, low key,
Yeah.
right? And
Oh,
Zoro
yeah,
just
yeah.
had it. Yeah, Zoro just had a one-off, right? Just a little fucking Kuina backstory. So they're kind of like, flip flop. They're kind of like opposites. And
I
shit.
think in comparison to Robin, right? Because they said that.
Yeah.
I think both Sanji and Zoro are very consistent characters in their development, in the sense like they stay pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And the entire show, post time skip, right? I think Robin she's evolving endlessly.
Fair.
She goes like her backstory solid. Her character development from before joining the crew, and then from then on to now, how she warms up, is like more kind and all that. Because keep in mind, she came from an experience where I don't trust anybody, any crew. I'm not affiliated. The world government, chasing me, people mistrust and all that.
True.
I feel like she's one of those endlessly evolving characters, especially now in the manga. It still ties into the fact that she's still kind of growing. And she's like they're showcasing her
Talents.
her
developments. Okay, fair.
Oh, even
she's very pivotal to the story because she's the only one that can read the poneglyphs. You feel me? So the fact that
I see anybody compared to Robin. Robin's just
Robin's up there, but I think Sanji's depth with his backstory, if they really just kept that, 100%, I agree. Like he's up there. You know
what I want to see from Sanji is, you have a situation where you have to save like a random girl or one of your male crewmates that they cannot save themselves.
Or Luffy?
Maybe.
Ooh, right? Like would you captain or a girl?
Yeah, like you're gonna have to make this hard choice.
Yeah.
Like you're conflicted. Like it's your instinct. This is how you are as a person, or like you're gonna have to like your loyalty
to Luffy.
Yeah,
that's actually valid.
That'd be some development.
That's development right there.
Would it be like
Would be just like a random girl though that ain't got no. It's like, bro, this fool got.
He goes for any girl.
No, that's what I mean though. It's kind of like a tough situation where it's like, who are you gonna choose? The guy that has a devil fruit that can have a Gear 5, or an innocent girl that's gonna be.
Yeah.
It would have to be like right after Gear 5 when he's like the old.
When he's helpless at that point. Yeah,
because usually they'll be like, it's our captain. He'll be fine at the end of the day.
most of the time they go, he can handle himself.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he can't defend himself. Like he can't help himself.
So like it has to be that
after
and
Gear
that
5,
circumstance where like Sanji knows for a fact he has to be the one to save, let's say Luffy, or the girl, or like a random person. Like, what decision are you gonna make?
Or what if he does both and kills himself?
Oh, that's crazy.
So there you go. You know, like if you can manage both, if you can't decide to save either, you get stuck, or if you end up choosing your captain.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's fair.
Like, what breaks your like character? What challenges your character?
Well,
I like
you
that.
say
That's a great
a team
question.
or your girlfriend?
That's not the fucking same.
It's not the same.
That's not the same.
Really?
It's not.
A random girl versus your captain?
That's your
Yeah,
captain.
My girl
and
versus Shmi?
I don't
love
have
Shmi.
I don't have
get me
a
wrong.
Gear 5. You know what I'm saying?
Don't. I'd save Shmi any other day, but like
Any other days.
Just say no, bro.
No, I'm just saying. Like that's
if I had a Gear 5, you know, maybe that'd be understandable, or
I mean,
something like that.
Okay. Realistically,
but it's still not a random girl.
I could do both, but
you're not Sanji for real. You're not Sanji.
So you don't have a Gear 5. We have like a Gear 4.
Gear 6 more like. Some light. That's my lowest form.
Oh, that's base.
That's base.
That's base. You just skip 1 through 5.
No facts. Yeah, I just jump like that. Royalty says I like Zoro more though. 100%. Yeah. Kizaru start shooting Law submarine right after Ben Beckman stop him. He didn't give a fuck about Ben. He just a troll. Did he actually? Was he actually shooting that?
He did.
Oh, and then Aokiji froze the water.
Ocean, yeah, and then he shot through it. Yeah.
But no, or was that after?
Those are before Beckman stopped them.
Oh no, because you remember he takes the straw hat and throws it a buggy, and he's like, "Yo, give this to Luffy." And that was when the submarine was still going. The submarine was still there.
Okay.
And submarines leaving. That's when they started shooting attacks at him and shit.
Okay, so when Beckman said stop, he did stop.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Right. Everybody else stopped though. Hold on. Neil says, "What's up, gang? What's going on?" Robin the best written Strawhat easily. Robin top 3 best written females in shonen. Let's be honest. Yeah, there's not really that many really good written females in shonen. Mainly because they're free written.
Shonen?
Momo.
From Down the Line?
Yeah.
Nah, she cool.
What?
She cool.
I like Momo.
Actually, no, she's actually one of the better written. Yeah.
Momo.
Sakura?
Fuck no, nigga.
Hey, ironically
none
enough,
of the big three.
If you give her from like the very start to where she is right now,
good
as
development,
a grown-ass woman,
but not. I don't think she was written the best. I think she has good development.
You're right.
You never met her parents, right?
We did for like,
but like
a wee bit,
a few
for
scenes.
Like,
yeah,
I was gonna say it's nothing like
nothing crazy.
Her backstory.
She didn't really have like much confliction.
Yeah,
outside of being a.
I remember it was conflicted.
Outside of her being just herself.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's not that many well-written characters because majority because they're written by Japanese men. You feel me? And they probably care more about the cool
Sailor Moon,
the cool moon, cool male characters like the cool guys and shit like that. So I think they like put the female characters to the side and shit.
Good too. Perfect Blue.
Nana, Perfect. Oh, I didn't watch that.
Perfect Blue, great movie.
I didn't watch I don't watch romance animes like that, so that's on me. There could be really good written romance anime. So
list like 3 non-romance shows that are female leads.
Free Ren.
That's romance. That's
romance?
That's still can't. Her and
Himmel the hero.
So no romance related. Just the female leads. Just a female lead being a female outside of any romance aspect.
Easy. Is that even a thing? Psychopaths.
I
love me Psychopaths.
Two more.
Yeah, no, I'm done. That's it. That's all I got.
Soul Eater. Romance?
It's like a duo
It's not
type of
romance.
thing.
It's
But
not
it's like
romance.
a,
She's main character.
You're right.
Maki's
She's the main
main
they're
character.
both main
That's a good one.
characters. No,
That's a great one.
She is main character.
She's the main character.
I
Yeah.
thought they were both the main characters. Soul
See, no,
and Maki.
I
Same
do-
thing with Fairy Tail.
I do think that they are both the main characters, but she is the primary one.
Audio messed up. Sounds like something scraping against the mic. Oh shit! Sorry, I think it's me. My bad. Sorry.
Okay, one more.
Yeah, I can't name another one.
Outside of romance, not romance related.
Yeah. There's not very many female lead anime that
Like that, yeah.
that
Yeah.
aren't romance centered.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry. Let's move on. There's a few more things I want to talk about. Oh, okay. Shout out to Full Metal Brotherhood, right, for recommending this anime. But I finally watched Orb on the movement of what is it called? Hold on.
It's still
You ever know what it's
happening.
called when you watch it?
It's still happening.
The actual it's a long name, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hold on, let me make sure I get the name
scratching's
right.
Still happening.
The scratching is still happening.
Maybe it's the AC.
Do you hear it?
Maybe it's your breath.
Do you hear it right now?
Let me see.
Movement of what is it called? Hold on. There's no scratching.
You ever know what it's called when you watch it?
Actually, it's a long name, bro. I ain't gonna lie to
Might be you, Eloy.
Yeah, it might be you, big dog. You don't hear anything, right?
Watch everyone else.
Oh,
be like,
it is. It's like a.
What?
Is it when all
I
the
think it's been
speakers
pretty
start
good.
one of us?
Oh, there it is.
I apologize, Eloy.
Might be you. What the fuck? Um.
Yeah, it's like when we're not talking. It's just like a.
No, I can't hear it.
When we're not talking, right?
So we have to keep talking.
Yeah, I think we just got to keep talking. Hold on, let me just make sure.
Yeah, it's like when we're not talking. Turn his mic off.
It's all of ours, right? Like like this.
It's just like a.
Oh yeah, okay, let's just keep talking. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I watched Orb on the movements of the Earth, right? 100% peak anime. I just say it flat out. You feel me? So shout out to Full Metal Brotherhood on the recommendation of Orb on the movement of the Earth. But let me tell you what it's about. Orb on the movement of the Earth sets in 15th century Poland during the Inquisition.
Type.
The story follows Rafal, a young prodigy who becomes intrigued by the heliocentric theory, which is the idea that the Earth moves around the sun.
Yeah, the sun.
Yeah. No.
The heliocentric theory. Yeah.
Heliocentric. Yeah. This concept is considered heretical, right? By the church, leading to the prosecution of those who entertain such ideas.
Yes.
So, heresy is any idea that goes against the church's beliefs. So the religious or the common belief at the time. That's called heresy. And people were getting tried at the time for heresy. A lot of people that went against the church. And at the time, the church believed in geocentric theory, which was the Earth was at the center of the universe. Dumbasses, right?
Yeah.
And stupid. That also went in line with the religious doctrine that they had at the time, the Catholic Church or whatever, right? They reference that and they're like, okay, Earth is in the center, right? So the heliocentric theory is that the sun is in the center, and that was heresy. Like if you said that shit, nigga, burn them at the stake.
To the gallows.
You feel me? To the gallows. So that's this time period that this sets in. You feel me? And Raphael's journey intertwines with the various scholars and thinkers who, despite the aggressive environment, strive to advance their knowledge and challenge established doctrine. So the whole anime is about really just going against the norms, you feel me, of the current times of the 15th century. You feel me? Everybody believes in one specific way of thought, and if you go against this thought, you're seen as a heretic. You're seen as like scum of the earth, like a very sometimes you're seen as a witch, sometimes you're seen as a devil spawn, you feel me, type shit. So they really treat this shit like no joke, you feel me? The narrative explores themes of curiosity, the pursuit of truth, and the resilience of human intellect in the face of adversity. So it basically centers around people throughout many generations trying to uncover the truth of the world, You feel me? And there's a few beautiful quotes in this show, and let me tell you two of them.
Why is it called Orb?
Orb of the movement of the Earth, because
come on, big guy.
Come on, yeah, the Earth. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was like they had it was like a sci-fi, like they had like a.
It is kind of like
magic.
No, but it's more it's theology. No, that's theological. Oh, so it centers around themes of like religion, science. You know what I'm saying? And a bunch of different philosophers. You feel me? I don't want to spoil it, but it does have to do with one prominent philosopher in particular, right? There's a few philosophers that were credited for the heliocentric theory, right? Galileo being one of them, Copernicus being another. You feel me? So,
bro thought it had to do with the Fushigi.
Yeah, a bunch of shit. So one of the quotes is, right? The show starts off like this, right? Ooh.
Oh, yeah, no, that was
no, I got you.
That's good.
No. The story starts off with this quote, right? To obtain bread, one offers a coin. To obtain rights, one offers taxes. To obtain wages, one offers labor. But what must one offer to obtain the truth of our world?
That's deep.
You feel
deep.
What's the answer?
Devotion.
What's the answer? And which is crazy, the whole show is about what people have to give up in order to obtain the truth of the world. You feel me? So the whole show is very thought-provoking. It's a very thought-provoking anime. So if you like themes of philosophy and a bunch of different schools of thoughts and things of that nature, and how humans really like act as like a hive mindset, as like individuals, it deals with a lot of aspects like that, and a lot of different characters too.
I like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of different characters as well. It's not just one main protagonist. There's a bunch of different ones. So it's a very good anime. I would 100% recommend it. Shout out to Full Metal Brotherhood for recommending it as well.
Long time ago too.
And the anime ends up with this. All right, this quote right here. I'll doubt as I move forward, and I'll believe as I turn back. My pursuit of beauty and inspiration will never end. So basically saying, and it's a big theme in the show, basically saying, as you move forward with any theory, you make sure you doubt it. That's the whole scientific theory, that you have to make sure you check it, double check it, and then someone else checks it, type of thing. So you always doubt. And as you move back, so whenever you're wrong, you never lose faith. You know what I'm saying? You always believe that you can figure out the truth, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very beautiful anime. There's a lot of themes in this anime. Very gruesome at times, and very reminiscent of Vinland Saga. The times of Vinland Saga. You feel me?
I think I saw a clip, right?
Beautiful, bro.
Motherfucker burning and shit.
So I'm telling you.
Oh,
you feel
that
me?
one with their kids or whatever.
There is one kid.
Where it's they're in school and he's like, you're a god or whatever.
Yes, that one. Yes,
and the homie was like,
that's the one.
And the teacher was like,
yeah,
you're
gone.
gone.
Closer.
No, yeah, no. That's
so that was the same kid that was burnt at the stake.
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
There was like a clip. I was like, oh.
There's a lot of people that are burned at the stake.
That was Orb.
There's a lot of people that are burned at the stake with this show.
No, I like how you said that because I forget. I've learned that back in the day, people had to like learn in secrecy because if anyone find out,
heresy.
Like you want to be tied to someone that you knew so and so. Nah, I didn't know him. I didn't.
You would get tortured in this show, at least. Right? They would torture you.
They can try.
They would torture you to get information out of you. You feel me? And the torture techniques were brutal, bro. I'm talking. I don't want to give too much away, but I'm talking nail pulling. You feel me? I'm talking a device they put in your mouth that, as they turn, it expands so it rips open your cheeks. You feel me? I'm talking. Nah, that's all I give you. Hey, but like, you gotta watch it to understand.
Keep in mind though, right? This is all coming from the religious fucking
from the church. Yep.
That's crazy.
Well, I was gonna say because something like back then it was not like a religious torment; it was like a civil torment. If that makes sense, where it was like they would essentially take them to these people. The church wasn't like, oh, do this, but in the show, I'm not sure. But in like real life, the church was essentially like the police.
Yeah, pretty
sending
much.
them out.
Church was like, oh, go torch this guy.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how it was.
Get it done.
Yeah. But for the most part, I don't think in real life people were burned at the stake for the most part.
I'm pretty sure they were.
But
for the witches part, maybe.
For the witches.
Yeah.
For the witches.
There was one scientist that was.
Exactly an astronomer, or not even an astronomer. I think a philosopher by the name of Bruno that was actually burned at the stake.
But there was also other things, because I looked into him, actually, like heavily looked into him, which is crazy, because when you brought that up, I actually started looking, and he said some other things that were like heresy, but that was one of the things that like they tried him for. But it was crazy to think that like just
trying to discover something, a different thought alone.
Thought for going, because then at that point, if you discover something goes against your religious doctrine, i.e. the Catholic Church, right, then your whole basis of faith crumbles.
Yeah.
You feel me? So in order to stop that, they took out anybody that opposed their ideas.
I don't think that's the reality truth, but I can see why that.
No, that is.
Like that's actually happened here.
I think the way it was explained to me is that just because you're wrong about something doesn't mean the faith is wrong in itself.
No, because they. Well, why would they? I remember when I looked it up, they asked him to essentially show the facts in why he believes, because he tried to, like, in the Catholic Church, the Trinity, he tried to go against the Trinity, he tried to go against a bunch of other things, saying like,
he said I don't fuck with any of that shit.
No, he literally was trying to say like
it's all wrong.
Jesus was like a magician.
Where
it was like they were like, okay, well, let me hear what you have to say now. Like they put him pretty much on the stand.
That's low key kind of crazy to say.
That's crazy.
But then it, his theory on the sun revolving around it,
heliocentrism.
Yeah, heliocentrism.
They were like, they said, let's say, Jesus is a magician. Okay, let's hear what you gotta say about that. The earth revolving around the sun?
Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Oh hell no! But there is a prominent figure. I think the person that finally figured out the sun revolved around, or the earth, the planets revolved around the sun was Copernicus. And they actually mentioned Copernicus in the show at one point in time. So it's really cool how they tie in a lot of astronomy and a lot of schools of thought and shit like that.
And history,
within the show. And history as well.
So,
shout out to this show, man. It's a fire show, and I would 100% recommend it if you like shows like Vinland Saga and different schools of thoughts and stuff. It's not fight based, so don't go in there expecting like just a battle shonen anime. It's very thought provoking anime.
Because it's cool as time went on. I know like philosophers started incorporating the religious aspect to their scientists, to science, so like it doesn't offend those type of people. But then with you
those
saying all
people.
You talking about this, it makes me think about Fire Force and the whole evangelist. And,
oh my god!
Because what they're saying too is like, we the old heads, you the young heads, you as young people still have to like
challenge
us. Challenged it.
You know what's so weird is that I love how they do that. I can they do a little like they make the religious group seem a little too heretical. I mean too like
to a degree.
Yeah, right. Too much, which makes sense. But based on their belief and like experience, like they did see God, so they're kind of valid. They're kind of valid.
Yeah, because
we're talking about Orb on the movement of the Earth. That anime.
Oh,
in relation to Soul Eater, but yes.
Talking about Fire Force.
I mean, Fire Force. I said Soul Eater.
Speaking of what you just said, though,
because are you spoiling?
No, because I don't know anything actually. But knowing, the whole big thing, right?
About what?
Never mind.
No, I don't think
what are you willing to sacrifice for the truth, guys?
I know the end, but just knowing that's a good one. Yeah. But knowing what's in between makes me wonder. It's like, is the evangelist right? Is the fire company right?
Fair.
Oh, I know about. Okay,
you know the big thing, right?
No, not like the big thing, but I'm at the part in the beginning where the evangelist one of the fire guys was essentially like turning them with the bug. That's all I know.
Okay.
So I don't know anything else. I just know there's that group now because they tried to take them out.
And it's like they're tied to the church, and it's just like, is the church really right?
Fair.
And Orb, I think they're right.
It's actually fire because towards the second half of the show, they'll show that yes, the church was wrong at times, but also the philosophers are wrong at times as well. So yeah, it shows different aspects of both sides. You feel me?
It's cool. It's fire. Of it is theory, no, right? That's why, like,
not in a sense of like belief, like they're wrong in their beliefs, but like wrong in as people.
Actions?
Yeah, their actions. Yes. So they show both sides, which is fire. Very good anime. I'm not gonna lie to you. 25 episodes. I would highly recommend it. Check it out.
Speaking on
one season,
the Fire Force thing, when it comes to like the evangelists, they.
Interesting, right?
They do the same thing from Orb, where like at times it might seem a little much. I understand, after the explanation, like they send the people to get tortured. Maybe they don't do it themselves, but in the same way, like they might be doing a little too much as like a religious group or like a church in like a fire force where like I don't know, they're kidnapping people and stealing them for the greater good, or
they were turning fucking
exactly like the way they do all that evil stuff.
When I saw that, he was sitting there like all happy, like, oh, I'm fine. I was like, what am I getting into right now? This is crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's very subtle, you know. Like when I'm not like thinking about it on that scale, it's like, oh, okay, like it's cool, I can see that, right? But when you kind of talk about it like a little deeper, like, holy shit, like, this is good, real life kind of like the implications,
100%,
how it relates.
But yeah, that's Orb, and I honestly would recommend it. Shout out to Full Metal Brotherhood. I'm sorry it took so long to watch it. Fire anime. All right, next up, there is a movie coming out. You feel me? Let's talk about this. Very excited for this movie.
Fantastic Four.
That movie is coming out. I'm hyped for that one. But this movie is called, you guys probably seen it. This movie is called The Long Walk. Right?
I saw that, yeah.
It is a highly anticipated film from a Stephen King's 1979 dystopian novel, right? Let me tell you a little bit about it. It sets in a totalitarian future America. The story centers around an annual event where 100 teenage boys are forced to walk continuously at a pace of 3 miles per hour, right? And any participant who falls below the speed that is warned, and after 3 warnings, they are executed on the spot. So immediately you get warned 3 times. Boom, boom, dead.
Don't they get like breaks though?
That I'm not sure actually.
Like
I haven't read the book.
Shoe, or like they get to sleep right or no?
I have not read the book. I don't think so though. I think they go straight. I'm pretty sure they just keep continuously go. But I'm assuming, why can't you just run ahead? You feel me? Right, for like half a day and then rest. You know, rest until they get there.
What do they have to do?
Walk 100 miles.
They have to walk at a pace of 3 miles per hour
and be the last one standing.
Yeah,
till someone drops.
An annual event. It's 100 teenage boys.
I wonder how they get drafted. Forced to do this. Is my question.
They are forced to do this. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly 3 miles.
Yeah, they have like a little.
Well, they have a tank. They're following around with a car and shit like that, or a tank.
No more, no less.
You just can't fall below a specific.
Can't go under 3 miles. So you can't. Let's say like we're all speed walking. You can't stroll walk. Yeah. You have to speed walk.
Yeah. So if you fall under that, you get warned.
Is it a race?
No. It's just a
last one standing.
Yeah, type of thing. I wouldn't say it's like just a trial. You just go. You know what I'm saying? And so after you're warned 3 times, you're you still fuck up, you're executed on the spot by soldiers under the military military officer known as the Major. The narrative follows Ray Garrity, right, played by, I believe, Cooper Hoffman, as he navigates this brutal contest, forming deep bonds and confronting the harsh realities of the competition. So the whole movie is basically just a competition. You know what I'm saying? And they just walk and walk and walk until they drop. And apparently...
It's like a Mr. Beast type of thing.
It's Mr. Beast. It's like Mr. Beast with high stakes, bro. No bull. And apparently they were actually walking like 20 miles a day type of thing for this movie. Cool. Some shit like that. It's like they were walking a lot for this movie.
They're just like...
Yeah. So
eating, drinking,
legit. So I'm like, yo, they were putting in work for this movie. So I'm actually excited to see this. And Stephen King movies always, are entertaining.
I imagine they like kind of cheat, kill each other, kind of
that'd be
stuff like that. Obstacles,
if you're allowed to. I don't know, but yeah, how interesting could it be?
That's
if you
a warning.
Yeah, that's a warning. You do get 3. You did get 3.
Walk in front of somebody at like a specific pace. The person behind you, like,
try to trip on them and shit. Try to spit on them. Yeah, something like that. I'm sorry, but whatchamacallit, yeah, that's the new Stephen King movie coming out. And honestly, I'm kind of hyped. It sounds interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I believe it comes out this year, 2025, as well. But let's keep it pushing. Oh, I saw someone ask, whatchamacallit, if once Luffy gives the Straw Hat back to Shanks, what are they gonna be called? Are they still gonna be called the Straw Hats?
The One Arms.
The One Arms. So I don't know how is that gonna work. So that low key goes into my theory.
Only one can have the Straw Hat.
Shanks might not be alive by the end of the series.
He'll die.
So I think
that'd be cool.
there's no way they're gonna be still called the Straw Hats after he doesn't have the straw hat. Like that doesn't make any sense. You feel me? So there's no way.
Just make another one.
Unless make another one's scary. That's not how it works,
there
bro.
technically is dos.
Yeah,
There's 2.
there's 2.
Oh, that's right. There's more than one straw hat.
How?
We've seen it already. So
Okay, yeah.
I'm not spoiling anything.
How? Who?
Okay,
What?
spoiler alert, just in case, I guess. But Joy Boy.
Oh, the big one?
Boy. Yeah, that's a straw hat.
I mean, that doesn't really. That's
Well,
like
it-
that's.
That's
identical.
the straw
What-
hat.
what-
it's like-
technically.
Well, my
Yeah,
point
that's
is,
the first
my
one.
point is, that was for someone that actually you like. You can't just make one and say, "Oh, this is the new one." You know, that one
That-
wasn't just made.
Technically, Shanks is the new made one.
Well, that's what I'm
Technically.
saying. That one, but that one. Close your eyes real quick. Or ears. That one was given.
Close
That one was given to him by Roger, and then Shanks to Luffy. So it wasn't just made.
Yeah, I
Roger had it
understand
at
the
first.
symbolism.
Yeah.
The symbolism behind it,
All right.
but he's right. Like, there's
No, but just for Luffy to make another one and be like, "Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
just gonna
yeah,
use
he
this for
can.
myself."
yeah.
That just that loses all sentimentality to the hat.
to that specific hat, but if
Yeah.
it's given back to Shanks dies, like, okay, keep the hat. You're on your grave. You're dead, boy.
Tight.
I'm gonna make my new hat. This is my story now. I'm that guy now.
That's kind
Ooh,
of.
I
I don't think Oda
Kinda
would.
like-
You're done. You're good.
Like, I'm not.
I don't think Oda would do that. I mean, I don't know.
Wow.
It doesn't sound like something he would do. So that's just me. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna be alive by the end of the season.
I don't think so either.
Okay, and then we got one more question. Which Shinobi was done dirtiest by his village? We got
Shinobi.
which Shinobi
Oh.
Oh, you
was
said
done.
Shinobi for a sec.
Which Shinobi was?
Dumbass. Sorry.
That's fire.
And
That's
then-
fire.
Oh my god.
Which Shinobi was done dirtiest by his village? We have Sakumo, Kakazu, Gaara, or Yahiko.
What about Itachi?
He chose that path, nigga.
Who's the last one?
Yahiko. Hidden
Oh,
Rain.
Yahiko was the
Hidden Rain,
right?
Pain. Yeah.
I think Kakuzu is.
Well, that's
kinda-
not. Oh, well, yeah, I know. What you
I'm
mean.
not gonna
I
lie.
got lost for a second. I was like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
Wait, so you said Yahiko,
Yahiko,
Sakumo.
Sakumo, Kakazu, or Gaara.
What happened to Kakazu?
Yeah.
Them niggas
It has
made
to be
it.
him.
They said, go get Hashirama. I want you to go kill him, right? And don't come back until you do. This nigga went, tried to kill him, got fucked up. Hashirama let him survive. He went back to the village. The village was like, yeah, you're banished. Leave, nigga. Fuck you. For not being able to kill the strongest nigga in the world.
Kakazu was
That's crazy.
The
The one Naruto beat with Rasen Shuriken.
With the 5 elements, he's made it like his stitches.
Akatsuki.
Has different.
oh
Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was like 5
Low-key.
hearts.
Yeah.
Loki used to by the village.
Yeah. But Gaara got a hit on him from his own dad, from the Kazekage.
But it's
That's
at the
not the
village.
village.
That's his own dad.
He's the head of the village.
That is true.
That
is
is the
bad.
village. Yeah, I mean-
Nah, but because at the end of the day, he ends up becoming the Kazekage,
Fair.
and like it's kind of chilling at that
Fair.
point. People like him. Even
Fair,
before
fair.
then, like
Oh
he
yeah,
had
at
two
least he didn't turn
friends.
into fucking the Akatsuki.
Fair.
Yeah,
Boys
that
would have
was-
been cooked.
Fair. And then we got Sakumo. Got hoed. He said
White Fang?
Oh, he
White
was-
Fang. He literally saved his comrade, and the whole village shit on him for saving his comrade.
You
Even the
know-
nigga
No,
that
they
he
shit on-
saved shit on him for saving him
Hey,
instead of doing the mission.
shit
That's
on him
crazy.
Let
so
him stay
bad that
there.
he went and off.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now that's actually insane.
Hey, but they let him stay at least.
That is crazy.
I mean, yeah, it's tough, but like, no, don't get me wrong. Like they
Yeah,
not
they
only,
really
they didn't
banished
go.
Kakazu.
they
Yeah.
not only was like
Yeah.
fight the strongest person in like in,
In
the
existence,
right?
yeah,
that
we
you
to
know,
that point-
you'll probably lose to.
Right? Like
No,
you're
they gave
al-
him the confidence actually
No,
that
yeah,
he would
dude.
win.
They said
He goes, gets whooped, and then comes back, and they're like, "Pfft."
Leave, nigga. Why are you back, bro?
Like-
You got your shit embarrassed, nigga.
like nobody fuck with him, and his
Yeah.
whole
like yo,
village
you couldn't freaking whoop
exiled
on
him.
them, bro.
They said at least like die an honorable death.
No,
Like,
legit. They were like, you should have. It would have been better if you died there than come back to the village,
Homie
bro.
was like, I tried, he just wouldn't kill me.
Dude.
He kept on healing me. Imagine.
He kept on healing. It's crazy, bro. Oh
nah,
fuck.
getting banished is kind of crazy.
No, yeah, getting banished is insane. Damn, this one's hard though. I feel like
Getting sent on a mission and then coming back and getting banished is low key kind of crazy.
after you already knew, not even Moderate could take this nigga out, but you sent a nigga from your village and you thought he could handle.
Practically a no name in comparison to Madara.
To
and
Moderate,
Hashira.
yeah. So that's kind of violating, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he did get hold. Yeah, he got hold. Because they already knew what they was up
They set him
against.
for failure.
Yeah.
They didn't like
they
him.
literally did.
It was a political move. Like, we just don't like you, bro.
Plot. Yeah. You got home, bro. Yeah, they really knew who Hashirama was and still sent him out there. That's fucked up.
Can you imagine? I think Katsuya, so why you here? My village sent me to go fight Hashirama. And they banished me for not doing it.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Madara pops in the background like,
He's like, I couldn't
all
beat him.
old and like I couldn't even do that.
Yeah, shit. That's fucked up, bro.
he's like,
I couldn't
you
do
too?
that.
You too. You too.
Johnny
It's
Glove.
crazy.
I couldn't even do that with the fucking Nine Tails. That's crazy.
I know.
I know, and they expect me to do that.
Yeah, no, that's crazy work. Okay, I got a question, right? I've been seeing this online all the time.
Oh.
You feel me? This is a pretty interesting question. 100 men versus one gorilla, bro. What y'all got, bro?
100
I've been
men.
hearing it everywhere,
100
dog.
men.
men.
100 men.
I'm
easy.
going with the gorilla, bro. I'm
Can
going
I-
with the gorilla.
Can we hear both sides of
Yeah.
reason and
Yeah.
why?
Oh,
Hey,
tell
y'all
me,
wanna
we
go
want to know
first?
your opinion first.
Yeah, what's your opinion?
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
I
I'm going
will
with gorilla.
decide based off of these viable weighted answers.
What do you think
No,
now?
but I was
though?
trying to say, like, before,
Yeah.
you know, we have...
Our points.
Yeah, don't be biased.
Yeah.
just say
100
what you just.
men, regular schmegglers versus one gorilla.
Yes.
Regular schmegler gorilla.
Average men versus one
gorilla, two gorilla?
silverback
We're
gorilla.
not talking about no King Kong. We're talking about like an average gorilla too.
No, we're talking about the pinnacle of gorillas. So whatever
What?
the best species of gorilla is, whatever the best species.
Silverback.
There's 100 niggas versus
I'm-
one,
I'm-
bro.
Silverback.
I'm saying the average silverback.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
That's
well,
what
whatever
I'm
the
saying.
strongest species of a gorilla, because I
I'm
don't know
not
what the
talking
best
about a
species
freaking
of a gorilla
orangutan,
is.
bro. Like,
Okay.
Because there's different species.
Is it
right?
silverback?
Orangutan.
Is silverback the strongest?
I don't know. Whatever the strongest gorilla is.
We're gonna use silverback.
Sure.
In this
Do we even
case.
know anything about silverback?
I have
Yes,
no
we do.
idea. I don't.
Silverback is the gorilla that we're talking about.
Whatever
because
the
they-
strongest gorilla is.
No, it's silverback. Silverback.
Whatever the species, the best
dude,
gorilla
they have
is.
like 6 to 9 times the strength of a normal human. So
Hey,
There's
what's
the
the moves? Sorry, man, y'all
Anyways.
just got off work. It's all right. Perfect timing. We just started the discussion of 100 man versus one gorilla.
Jack.
So what you got?
Let's go with. I think men can do it.
100 men?
I think 100 men can do
So
it.
you said 100
We
men.
broke
You
'em.
said nah. They really did convert them. It's crazy. 100 men. 100 heliocentric theory over here.
Yeah.
Come on. 100 men. 100 men. 100 men. I'm the only gorilla nigga. Whoa. Yo, why'd you laugh? Why'd you giggle?
Why'd you say whoa?
Huh?
Why'd you
Because
say
you
whoa?
smiled.
You said whoa before I smile. Replay it.
Because I saw it. I saw it coming. Observation argument.
Observation.
Duh. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna say the one gorilla. You guys give your points first since you guys are the majority.
You want me to
you
take
want me
it?
to go? You go. Oh, well, the only thing I'm gonna say is, dude, 100 men can be strategic in how they attack the gorilla. Two, gorillas don't have that much stamina. Yes, probably the first 10.
Sorry, bloodlusted both sides.
Bloodlust?
Yeah,
Blusted?
bloodlusted? Both sides, yeah.
Busted?
Oh, you
Blusted?
could.
Blusted. Because if you factor in all the, because the humans are gonna be pussy if they're not bloodlusted. So we're
Yeah.
just assuming, just make it easy. Both sides are bloodlusted.
Wait. When you say bloodlusted, because that's a factor I haven't heard. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
really? I thought that was what everybody was
Because
going.
bloodlusted entails like you're not really thinking straight. You're just trying to kill something.
Yeah,
Good
trying
point,
to
good
fight for the
point.
kill. I think that was the whole point of.
No,
Either way, I would say
if not bloodlusted.
Really?
Not bloodlusted. We're not gonna say
I
bloodlusted.
was under the assumption, we're going for the kill on both sides.
No,
Both sides
yes,
going for
but
the
that
kill.
does not mean like bloodlusted's like I can't think of anything else but killing you.
That's the point. I mean, this is the whole conversation we're talking about.
No, because I can
What,
still,
we're just gonna have a
no,
fucking
'cause I
picnic
can,
with the
I
gorilla?
can still want to fucking kill the gorilla, but think of like, hey, bro, we're gonna have to do this to make sure we
You can still
kill the
be
gorilla.
bloodlusted and think strategically.
Nah, that's not what bloodlusted is.
Really?
Nah,
Yeah, 'cause all you
bloodlusted.
see is blood.
Yeah, all you see is
I think bloodlusted.
all I see is red. I get so angry.
I like think about Thorfinn. Bloodlusted.
Thorfinn.
Anyways, not bloodlusted.
You say
Go ahead.
stamina, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, dude, a gorilla is 500 pounds. You don't think like to run 500? Dude, they have short staminas. I would say they probably take out 10, 15, 20 men. You don't think that other 80 men are not gonna have it get whooped on?
To add on to that is like, if you see a fucking car coming at you, you're gonna try to dodge it. You know, your instinct to anything big or dangerous coming at you is to move out the fucking way.
Okay.
Of course, like a gorilla will take out a bunch of people, right? But if you see a gorilla coming at you, just fucking dodge, run away. And eventually
Distracted.
that gorilla is going to get exhausted. Give it like 3 minutes tops, right? And it's like winded, right? That's like 400 to 600 pounds of muscle, depending on how big that bitch is. And it's moving all that weight around, all that force, energy, all that. It's going to get winded.
Yeah.
Can we know the fighting arena?
All right.
Just
so,
a regular field. I feel like.
field
Enclosed though. Enclosed.
enclosed?
Yeah.
That's a different story, buddy.
And low-key,
so you can't run away. Like,
I want the gorilla to have some advantage.
Advantage?
I want him to have something like so.
Y'all are literally stacking everything against the gorilla and then being like,
know.
"Oh, humans win."
I was
Like,
thinking like
come
an
on,
open
bro.
field,
That's unfair to the
like a
gorilla.
fucking
we're
open
doing like
field.
a Minecraft.
So you can just run away as far as possible when you're tired.
Look at him. Exactly.
Well, fuck, why not?
I want the gorilla
Because
to climb
then
something.
there's
what
no
happens
longer
if-
100 niggas.
What help them fight in the fucking jungle?
Yes, bro. That'd be
That's some
dope.
dumb shit. That's some
That'd
dumb
be
shit.
If you let him fight in the jungle, it's over, my nigga. The gorilla just can go up and relax, take a deep breath.
You know,
what I'm saying?
ironically, the argument for that, if they did fight in the jungle, if there was
No weapons.
See, that's the thing.
You can't. It's the
We
whole
can't
thing was
make
no
all
weapons.
A gorilla's stamina is
Because if we do
actually
weapons,
not
it's easy,
insane.
100
You can
humans.
look it up.
Okay.
Gorilla staminas are not as high as you really think. they are.
Sure, 100%.
Anyways. So
But yeah, finish your
what's
points
the-
and I
what's the-
will
what's the
go
scenario?
mine.
Okay, so where are they fighting?
Okay,
I was thinking like in a
an
fucking
enclosed,
desert.
a decently sized enclosed
Like,
big
what
room.
What the
Other
fuck
than
is decently sized?
100 people.
do
The bat, the
But-
fucking bat cave, whatever
No.
that little white room with a Batmobile was in. You feel me? Do you know that Batman room? Y'all know
He's
that
talking
room?
about Christian from Nolan's
Yeah,
second
the
movie.
Christian,
Dark Knight Rises.
Christopher Nolan one.
Like the center of a stadium for a basketball court area?
Sure, yeah, the basketball court
Is that
sized room. That's
Football
small. I
field.
think that's
What about football
football
field?
field
Football
size
field.
room.
Okay.
Sure,
100 yards.
We'll give him
Yeah,
a football field.
Football field.
All right.
300 feet.
So let's say
Damn, that's pretty fucking big.
in a-
Half a football field.
in a
The zoo.
What?
Just drop
50,
us in the
50
zoo.
yards.
Run it.
in a fucking zoo.
Zoo enclosure. Huh?
A zoo enclosure? Ah, y'all wild.
Aquarium. A big size, like auditorium. There we go. Auditorium. Let's do auditorium. What?
The gorilla would most likely win.
That's
According to
Chat
Jack.
GPT, right?
And
Yeah.
an enclosed space is wild.
Why?
That's fair.
Bro, I would just run.
How
up the
is
wall,
that
backflip,
unfair?
You hit the fucking wall.
Never
bro.
mind, you got it.
Tired shit.
Well, what he fucking said.
Can't you climb on stuff too? with your
Yeah,
grip
you
strength?
can climb
And
with
in
your,
a fucking closed space, where the fuck? If grill pops up here, where am I going?
in the walls, my nigga. Spider-Man and shit. You feel me?
Yeah, okay, I one tap that bitch. But all right. I was thinking,
yeah.
I was thinking like in a fucking just dirt field, open area.
Okay, let's
Like
let's say
Minecraft,
this.
bro.
Let's say
just
this.
like a flat plane.
All right,
Minecraft.
let's say this.
But the thing is, like, if the humans do run away, let's
Right.
say like they're
There's no
out.
longer a fight at that point.
No, but I'm saying like you can run around to exhaust the gorilla, right?
Sure.
To a certain extent,
Run
right? But
around, but not run away. That's completely different.
no, because running away is still like a tactic, you know? Like it's like if a gorilla's chasing me, I'm running away from it, so like I can
you
dodge,
probably-
and
But
die
not
from
run
it.
away to the point where you're out of the fight completely.
Okay,
Bro,
that's
you
what
probably,
that's what I'm
you
saying.
probably
I'm not
have a
saying
better
that.
chance at being like able to zigzag while the gorilla like running
Yeah.
full straight.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let me say it like this, okay? 100 men, right? Average 100 men
Okay.
versus one gorilla in an auditorium-sized space, enough room to be able to move around with 100 people easily. You
Okay.
feel me? But it's enclosed.
Okay.
That's it. How about
All right.
that?
Let's say a stadium. Boom, right there.
Stadium's huge though, bro. Isn't it?
Like the center of it though.
Just a field.
100
Just a
yards,
field.
isn't that pretty big?
Just a field. That's doable in my opinion.
For 100 people,
like
sure.
it.
Okay, fair.
But
fair,
keep
fair,
in mind,
okay,
a
fair,
gorilla
fair.
can run up to 25 miles per hour, right?
Okay, fair.
25 miles per hour within that
Damn, that
amount
nigga
of
fast as fuck.
that fucking space.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a lot.
Fair. Okay. Football field, right? Sized room, but it's enclosed. It's like a dome. Feel me? Football
Okay,
field sized dome.
fine. Anyways.
100 humans versus one gorilla. Go
All right,
ahead.
but my whole thing, right, is like humans are significantly smarter than a gorilla is.
Sure.
Yes, gorilla is significantly stronger than
Huh.
humans are, right?
Right.
But we have the average human, let's say like in the United States, right? The average
Mhm.
male
5'10".
being I read it was like 5'7.5
I would
I
believe
thought
that.
the average height was like 5'10".
worldwide or like
Oh, in the United States?
oh, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I would just 5'8". What's up,
Whatever.
5'8"?
Okay.
5'8" to be generous.
And then like their weight is about 200, right? The average, right?
Yeah.
Average for a gorilla.
5'9". Sorry, and 200 pounds.
And what I
Who was closer? Who was closer?
the U.S. or what were you
In the
talking
United
about?
States.
and then okay, in the United States, whatever.
You talking
Or
about the
worldwide, whatever the fucking case
Okay,
is. Anyways,
sure. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
and then for a gorilla, we have them around like 5 feet,
Okay.
right? And then
Yeah,
we
yeah.
also have them around 400,
Mhm.
right? So humans are a little taller, but
alright,
half their
come on.
weight and significantly weaker, right?
Yes.
But the amount of people we have
Mhm.
will swarm the gorilla in a situation where they can find that opening,
Okay.
right? Again, if you can be evasive enough to tire out the gorilla
Right.
enough to like get it fatigued in order to do some like lasting like damage, right?
Right.
You can always have somebody to jump on that motherfucker,
Okay.
right? Take out his eyes.
Take
that guy's
out his
dead.
eyes.
That guy's dead.
Take
yeah,
out
no,
his-
yeah, take out his eyes.
okay, yeah,
No,
okay.
no, I mean, how hard would it be? They have like near same weaknesses as humans. Like they're
Okay,
built kind of.
sure.
So you know, if they can't breathe,
Uh-huh. Can't breathe is crazy.
Get your arm around.
Get around a gorilla. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
right? Like,
okay.
they have similar weaknesses. One of them being the eyes, right?
Sure.
If you can blind the fucking gorilla, you got one guy jump on that motherfucker, take out his eye, he's dead.
Take out
right?
Okay.
Or poke him.
Poke his eyes.
Yeah.
The John
grab
Jones
some,
special.
grab some dirt, pee on your. I don't know. Throw something at his eyes. He can't fucking see.
Where did pee come from?
I'm just saying, like whatever you can use, whatever you can fucking use, right?
What, throw shit at him?
If need be. My point is like you grab dirt, throw it in his fucking eyes.
Right.
He can't see. He's incapacitated for like a second.
Okay.
He's like, oh fuck, like I got dirt in my eyes.
I got you. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Have some motherfucker jump in, take his eyes. Now this motherfucker's tired and blind.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And while he's tired and blind, he's swinging all willy nilly.
Okay.
Getting even more tired because he's fucking scared as shit.
Got you.
Right? And just to
Right.
throw this in there, just to fuck with him, have everybody bang their chest and go, ooh,
Okay, that's crazy.
scare the fuck out of him.
Bro, is that all the points you got for?
Time out.
Hurry up, man.
Hit him with a double X sweep.
Double X sweep is crazy.
No,
Hit him with
but
the arm bar.
hit him with the arm bar. No, but yeah, no, it takes probably 5 people to kind of like hold each limb down, let's say. And then the rest of them just like keep on hitting his head, his
The balls.
Perfect.
balls,
The butthole.
ram his body,
Anybody
butthole,
else? Anybody else
bite
got
him a
something to
little
add
bit.
before I go on my spiel?
Go.
Also, I also
Yeah,
want to
that's
add
all the
a
evidence
quick
out?
point. A quick
Bro,
point.
even the evidence from Chat GPT, bro, saying that we win it.
You have people
said that
online that are
gorilla
saying
would
like they study
No, it said
gorillas
the
and they
humans
still
would win.
think 100 humans would win against a gorilla.
There's
One
other
single
niggas that
silverback.
also said that the gorilla would win. So I mean,
Are they gorilla scientists?
they're
Are they gorilla scientists?
They're animal
The
specialists.
gorilla scientists said that we would
Yeah,
win.
the gorilla scientist says.
Gorologists.
Anyways,
Gorologist.
gorologist. No, but okay. Another like analogy, right?
Yes.
Is like you versus 1B.
B.
Yeah, just like a B,
Okay.
right? Like who wins in that fight?
I'd probably beat the B. Yeah.
Okay, you versus 100 Bs.
Unless it's the B movie.
Okay,
then
but
we're different.
you or 100 Bs
I'll still win. That's just me,
versus
bro.
100 Bs.
Yeah, nigga.
No, but for real.
Yeah, nigga beat. No. No, yeah. Well, they also have like venom. So
Stingers.
yeah.
Yeah, stingers, right? Okay, something similar on that scale. Let's say if it was like a small chihuahua, like if it was
Nigga, I'm fucking up 100 chihuahuas. Don't do that. Don't fuck it. 100 chihuahuas?
Oh,
Are you serious?
I didn't say no. I didn't say no.
I'm
That's what it. That's
You
like
can't
the
beat 100 chihuahuas.
I'm not saying I can't. I'm not.
Why are you putting me into this situation? Well, let's talk about you then. You can beat anything.
No, but the thing is,
Shut up, nigga. It's 100 chihuahuas, bro. You just fucking send chihuahuas flying, dog. Phew, and they're gone. But go
With
ahead.
your stamina?
Fair.
All right.
Are you calling me a gorilla?
Okay.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Why is that?
Yeah, he's cheesing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's cheesing too.
I'm just trying to fucking talk. That's what I was trying to do.
Go ahead. Say it, go ahead.
I was just saying, like in there's power in numbers. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, Chat GPT for the win, bro.
Good.
Hey, yo, low-key ChatGPT though, everything you were saying was like kind of debunking you. That shit was funny. Nah, but you can say your part.
the ChatGPT saying the gorilla, right?
They said the gorilla would most likely win. But the end conclusion goes, in a chaotic, uncoordinated brawl, the gorilla would tear through dozens before being overwhelmed, if at all. In a disciplined, well-planned effort, the 100 men could win, but many would be severely injured or killed.
Fair.
But I'm
It's a toss-up.
But
It's a toss-up.
no, see, but
Hey.
what I'm saying is like if you can't beat a fucking gorilla
Join it.
one at a
Oh.
time, join it is crazy. Of course you're gonna come with a fucking strategy to
Alright.
fucking defeat. That's the intelligence
you.
part.
Don't forget
That's
their
what
grip
humans
strength
have over
and
the
their
gorilla.
teeth,
That's
by the
fucking.
way.
I got you.
Huh?
Yeah.
Their grip strength and
So-
their teeth.
For one, right?
Wait, time out. I heard a story where this fucking kid, there was a gorilla
Raleigh?
that escaped. He got
Oh.
bit in the fucking chest by the gorilla and survived.
He's the gorilla.
The
knew
bro-
his
yeah, the
kid,
gorilla
The
probably
gorilla
wasn't trying to
bit
kill
it in the
him.
fucking in the whole chest.
He
He
probably
had a tiny ass
he
fucking
probably
kid.
wasn't
Those
trying
are
to-
the fucking size of like 3 inches.
You know how much the bite force is of a gorilla? You want to
the kid survived that?
I got you.
1300 psi.
No, time out. Regardless though,
Okay, you can't say regardless, but then say, oh, their stamina though. Like, come on, you got to go by the information that they got.
I'm saying there is a case where a child, like a fucking
But
kid,
what is the actual
survived a bite from a gorilla.
Who said he was trying to kill it?
Yeah, you don't know the intentions of the gorilla, bro. Why are you trying to assume he was?
Maybe
the
that's why he
gorillas
picked
are
it up.
smart.
Bit the fucking kid.
Don't-
That doesn't mean he's trying to
In the
kill
chest.
him.
Don't dogs
So if a
bite?
dog bites you, that means he's trying to kill you.
No, but I'm saying
Okay, that's my point. You
Is
don't
it-
know the
is-
animal's
Isn't it
intentions.
logical that if a gorilla bites a child in the chest, that
Again,
kid's gonna
He
die?
wasn't trying to attack the
My
kid.
point is
maybe.
that the kid is able to survive a fatal wound like that, right? My example with humans,
Maybe he
humans are
wasn't
very
even trying.
humans survive bullets to the fucking head.
Didn't we say this girl
Limbs
was
lost.
bloodlust? So
But
he's trying
out
to
of
tear you
out
limb
of
from
the
limb.
fight,
This
Okay,
motherfucker wanted to bloodlust.
sure, okay,
everybody.
maybe not bloodlusted, but they're going for the kill.
Yeah,
gorilla-
yeah,
the
yeah,
gorilla's
yeah,
going for
it's
the
in-
kill.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
he's like, oh fuck, I have to do or die. My point being is that humans are a lot more durable than you might think. Yes, a gorilla can fucking very easily kill somebody without a fucking problem.
It has 12 times the bite force of a human being. I just want to throw that out there.
Yes.
I hope none of us are really trying to bite the motherfucker. You know?
Okay,
Hey.
so can I go now?
Go
Can
ahead.
I do my point?
Sure, yeah,
Go ahead. No, finish yours and then.
Hey, humans are durable, but all I gotta say is y'all about to lose some arms, some limbs.
Yeah,
Easily.
You gotta hobble out of there, crawl out of there.
It doesn't. Who's winning? Is the fucking
Mind you,
I ain't winning if I
one man standing.
It's
is
like
all it
going to
fucking
war and
takes.
being like, "Oh, we all trying to walk out of this bitch." People aren't gonna die, bro.
I fucking.
So
What are you talking
everyone's
about?
going
He
for the
gets it.
kill, right?
He gets
Everyone's
it.
going for
Yeah.
the kill.
Everybody's like, yeah, well, our objective is trying to kill. I'm not saying all the guys will. Some will cower, right? That's
If someone coward, then it's fucking over. Y'all niggas don't even stand a chance,
So
bro.
you want
If
100
someone-
down to the cause.
Realistically,
If
some
you-
will cower.
So
Right?
if you say realistically some will cower, then you got to be upfront and honest
Bro,
about it. Then
tell
Like,
me
that's
something
not
that can
100
take a
niggas
kick
for
to
real.
the nuts.
Okay, I got you. So, can I go now?
Sure.
All right. So,
Wrong.
for comparison, right? The bite force of a lion is 650 psi. The bite force of a gorilla is 2 times that. You feel me? I just want to throw that out there.
So
For
can
one.
you not do the math?
For 2, right? Gorillas, their surface area isn't that big. So how are you gonna have 5 people on each limb if you can't get it? So try to grab this water bottle. I want you to grab this water bottle right here, right? And then grab it like it's trying to hold it down, like trying to get a good grip on it, right? And then come to me. And then boom, that's 2 people, right? Trying to hold it down. There's no more surface. So is that as effective?
Yeah, it's stacking up.
No. Go ahead. No.
It's pressure.
Hold it,
It's pressure
right?
right down.
Yeah. So that is enough pressure. That's as much pressure as we have on the 2 hands right there.
Well, if I had another hand, or if you put your other hand, there's more.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it as much pressure as the initial grab, though?
Maybe the people now at the bottom, like they're.
So you would have to crush another human being to get around the gorilla.
We're not talking about. Okay, so like, let's say someone's holding down the
leg.
gorilla's arm, right,
Oh,
or the
the
leg,
arm,
or
yeah,
whatever the
sure,
fuck, right?
yeah,
Then
yeah.
there's more people grabbing it on or stacking on top, but it's the amount of weight and force pressed
So
on
you
the
have to
limb.
go on top of another human being, then, right?
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but
So
not.
you can't-
Not,
how do you
not in
not?
such a way that it could impair them to that extent.
Okay,
Like I'm not
I don't
actually
understand how you're.
I don't necessarily need to be on top of your body to like stack up.
If there's not enough surface area to grab
But-
for
okay,
5
but-
people to grab
okay,
on
but-
one
but
limb.
If you're like trying to dogpile it, then I agree with your statement,
Yeah.
right? But I'm not saying that. I'm saying like you can.
How
have
are you
people,
trying to grab it?
like,
Let me show me how you're trying to grab it.
let's say the gorilla was like this, right? The gorilla, like that's like
Okay.
the gorilla's arm, penis,
Sure.
whatever it is, right?
Okay.
You're stacked up on it, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I have my fucking. This is like my 2 hands on that bitch. I'm holding it down.
Okay.
That's someone else and someone else and someone else.
Okay, so you keep just saying someone else. You're not showing me. Show me exactly.
Okay,
Because
so-
you're running out of room on that water bottle.
Let's say I'm like pressing down on it, like
Yes,
however I am.
sure.
And then you have someone else.
Okay, boom,
right,
right there.
Like with another one.
Yeah.
And then again.
And then now we're out of space. So
Yeah.
what do we do?
Okay, but that's it though. That's it.
That's-
That's it.
that's
but,
what,
But I'm
two-
saying,
two, 3 people.
No. On a gorilla's arm.
On a gorilla's, bro. There's not. You said he's 5'5".
You know how long the gorilla's arm up? The wingspan for that is completely different than how the size of them standing up.
But it also factors in if he's 5'5", that means his wingspan is also not that
Their
long
wingspan
either.
is huge. They fucking walk on them bitches.
They do walk on a bit.
Their wingspan is gigantic. Your
How
wingspan-
many people?
How many people do you think can hold down my
He's
fucking
5'5".
arms? Huh?
What do you mean? How many people can hold down your arms? Not that many people.
I say at least like fucking 3-4 people.
3-4
you know?
people
We
holding
do
down
that
your
bitch right
arms.
now. Yes.
Hey, not gonna lie. You guys
How many
like,
people are holding that down?
no, right now? No one, but
No,
you mean
I mean, like when you actually start holding the nigga down.
That motherfucker thick as fuck too. You can fit 2 people on the same side.
Lino, that's a hand.
Okay.
You might need like one person for the hand.
There's
low-key.
no. My point is the surface. There's not enough surface area for multiple people to hold it down.
Proceed.
And you act like the gorilla is just gonna sit there and let you hold his arms down. That's not how it's gonna work.
No one's saying that.
You feel me?
No, I'm saying.
And I don't think you guys will ever hold him down because at any point in time,
Who's your guy?
he moves.
Sign up for this bitch.
Anybody, any normal, any average.
I don't meet that 200-pound criteria.
No, but
sorry.
any average male is not holding that down. If the gorilla wants to move, it doesn't matter how many niggas is on him, right? If he just goes like that, you guys are flying off. You feel me?
I can definitely agree.
Even if he's tired, even if he's tired,
Yeah,
you
but
go
then-
like this, you're flying off of that.
But
Time
then,
out, time
but
out,
then
time
there's
out. No, no,
people
no.
that are coming right back on there.
Yeah,
Sure.
And,
And
you're
more
right.
people.
You-
And
you-
more
you
100
say-
people, bro.
You say like, oh, even if he's tired, like if that's not a factor, you can bench like a certain amount of weight, but after set many times, you're like, fuck, I can't do it anymore.
Sure.
You're
Right.
exhausted.
Like,
He can
your
also
muscles can run like a marathon,
The
bro.
nigga can
motherfucker
also
can't
push
run a marathon.
4,000 pounds. By the way, I just want to. That's 2 tons.
Yeah.
The nigga can push 2 tons.
Yeah.
So a 200-pound human being is nothing.
Okay, given you are correct,
yes.
right? Let's say if the gorilla was like grabbing something like this and pushing up, right?
Yeah.
Me pulling my force up, extended all the way, is not the same.
Sure, yeah, it's
right?
not.
A gorilla,
But
I
still
don't
200 pounds.
think
That's
can do like fucking 4,000.
That's a fraction. That's still a fraction.
Yeah, okay,
you
but
can
you
do
still
it.
have several hundred pounds of force. Again, not weight, but force pressing down on the limb.
I see what you're saying with the push and pull, but don't forget, they pull themselves up. You know how much strength you need to pull up a gorilla's own weight? That's a lot of strength.
Bitch.
Crazy. And they do one arm. You feel me? They do with their legs. They do with anything.
One arm is crazy.
So
No, valid.
they do with anything.
yeah,
For one,
Very,
for
very
two,
true. Very true.
For two, how are you getting through their thick? If you can even get through the muscle, right? You can't. By the way, how you get? There's nothing human beings have in their arsenal that can get through the thick skin and the thick muscles of a gorilla.
Ryu.
What do you mean? You're stomping and kicking his fucking face in.
You're kicking his balls, bro.
If you have motherfuckers holding that bitch down,
this is a
you're not gonna fucking punch it in the chest where he's probably gonna tank bullets and
You
shit.
think this is a regulated fight, bro?
Well, yeah,
You're
what
playing
you
the
thinking?
dirtiest.
How many human beings do you think can kick a gorilla in the face? How many
What about
people?
the balls, bro?
How many people can cuddle around and kick him in the face? Because you guys are
You take
assuming-
turns. You have like fucking some.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are acting like
no,
the gorilla's just gonna sit there and take everything, bro.
No,
It's
but you
not
swear
how
like
it
if the
works.
gorilla's invincible, he still has equilibrium. If you fucking kick
When
him in
it
the
comes
ear
to
shit,
his body,
he's all
he
dizzy
does.
and shit.
But
If
you
you
guys are not
take out
gonna
his
reach his
eyes, he's
head, bro.
bleeding out of his eyes and he cannot see.
Yeah,
bleeding
you
out of
think
his
he's, like,
eyes.
fucking, like,
Get
got
to
this-
his eyes first, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. You
Niggas not
can't. It's
getting to that
doable.
shit.
It's not impossible.
It's not
It's
doable,
like a
bro.
sacrifice. Like you're going down in the Hall of Fame
You
and shit.
think one guy's not gonna get to his eyes?
If you want to talk
100
about
people.
cowering, right?
Uh-huh.
I would say the average human being is cowering before fighting. I'm gonna be real.
But we're
Because
saying
you said average men.
In this
and
situation,
you said they can
they're
cower.
closing the dome.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
like, hey, live
It
or
doesn't
die.
matter.
And it's a coordinated attack where like everybody,
It
we
doesn't
have
matter.
to do this.
You're using logic.
Okay, logically.
Logically, human beings aren't like that. When you
Logically,
put in
humans
this
can be inspired. Logically, in a
Oh,
social group.
I'm biting the gorilla's
bro,
ear off,
Kane.
bro.
No, because
It's not 100 canes. It's 100
no,
regular
I'm not saying that
average
because
human
you
beings.
swear like if that's the case in actual like war, how many like the percentage?
They signed up for that.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
They
What
signed up
you
to fight
talking
the
about?
gorilla.
No. We're talking about 100 average human beings. No one said they signed up for this shit.
What?
Like this.
Bro.
They're average humans.
Okay, okay.
Randomly pick these people.
Randomly picked them. Average human beings.
Then low key.
When was that? As like okay. So
Well,
sure.
that's what the whole fucking point was.
Sure.
Not like, oh, let me sign a fucking waiver. I want to go kill a
Okay,
gorilla.
no, facts.
Like, what?
Okay, no, you're right. Okay, but still, we have 100 people knowing that, like, hey, just letting you know, you 100 people here, there's a gorilla on the
You
other end of
people.
this.
Sorry.
Like, you guys are gonna fight each other to the death.
Yeah.
There's no way out. It's one of you guys lives
like
or one of
Squid
you guys
Games.
dies. Right? Type shit.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Right? From then on, it's like, hey,
You better help me right now, or you better die either way.
Exactly.
You might as well die
But-
trying.
but
And
my-
I think
but
a
my-
lot of people would cower before they start fighting.
my example being when it relation to like war is that there's a majority of like people that will fight, you know,
Okay.
till death, even if scared, even if there's like a fucking small fraction percentage
Yeah.
actually
What did
cowering.
Erwin do against the Beast Titan?
I got you.
Ran straight to him.
and
Ran
you-
straight to him, knowing he was gonna die.
My soldiers do not waver.
And you know what Erwin?
They do not fall.
And you know what Erwin and those and the
shit.
people in the military have in common? Years of extensive training. You know what the average human fucking being doesn't
Years
have?
of extensive Call of Duty.
Years of extensive training.
Call of Duty.
So the average human being does not have that mental fortitude or the training
No.
to go through that shit.
Indomitable human spirit.
My nigga, you're putting this into anime terms. You think the average human being is bucking up and being like, yo, fuck yeah, I'm inspired. Let's
Bro,
kill
he's
this gorilla.
thinking like they're
No,
fucking
bro.
like little
100
fucking
human
jits.
beings are pussies.
You underestimate the human capabilities.
No, I don't.
The amount
you
of-
overestimate them
No,
because
I do not
100
overestimate.
you're
I
overestimating.
overestimate the
That's
people
crazy.
that created fucking technology that flies up into space.
After how many years though? How many millennia did
we
it
are a
take?
culmination of that.
A combination.
What are you talking about?
Nigga, you know the average human beings right now, nigga? Come on, bro. We're not talking about niggas back in the day, you know what I'm saying? They had to grit and grind and get it.
Motherfuckers back in the day.
Yeah, they get it from the mud. No,
Motherfuckers
we're
back
talking
in the
about
day.
niggas now.
Oh, wait, no, or even people now.
They're pussies. No offense. I'm one of them. Yeah.
You
I'm one of
know
them.
the term pussy actually comes from like a bigger word, pusillanimous or something like that, meaning like kind of
Meaning like
cowardice
they're-
and shit. It doesn't actually mean like pussy as in cat.
They'll bullshit me right now.
I'm dead ass.
Why
Why are we going in the definition? of this?
Anyways, I thought it was very interesting. I read it and I was like, that's
Right.
so cool. I looked it up. It was true. Anyways,
Yeah, yeah.
point being is that you underestimate the human capability
Sure.
for inspiration,
be. I
for
could be.
spirit, for will,
Yeah.
adrenaline. You know,
I'm just saying the gorilla, very thick skinned, a lot of durability.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then there's only so much surface area that multiple human beings can attack at one point. You feel me?
Valid.
And majority of the time, they're probably not. He's not feeling none of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the head.
Feel if
I'm
kicks
biting
him
that motherfucker. I'm kicking his ball. I'm doing it all, bro.
Is he gonna feel it in the nuts?
I
don't know if he's gonna feel it in the nuts. Maybe his nuts are made of.
You know what? Don't even kick his nuts, bro. Don't even
fucking. Just made of steel.
Flick that bitch. Give him a stomach ache. Just flick them bitches.
Maybe they're made of steel.
What is it? Grab a dick and twist it.
Twist it.
Good old dick
twist.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
right.
Like he has weaknesses, and his shit just hanging. He got no pants on.
Yep. Yeah.
You don't think I'm biting his fucking? I'm biting him at any point, bro.
He been biting his his neck or something, right?
Yeah, 100%, bro. You think I'm leaving a hickey? No, I'm leaving a bite mark.
Anyways, point being is that
I'm fucking Mike
I
Tyson.
get it. I get it, guys.
Balance.
I get it, guys.
Eyes, you know.
Anything.
I get it, guys. I get it.
Yep, we got him.
Got him.
No, I know. Y'all just got to a point where
we're a democracy. It's 3v1. You lose.
You think we're playing like UFC type?
You act like I'm the
one no fighting dirty against a gorilla.
Chestnut checkers right
here.
You
act like I'm the one that made this fucking question.
No, you're the one disagreeing.
No, I didn't make this question. So you act like 3 against me is like.
Well, yeah, you're the one
deciding factor of the whole conversation.
You're debating on the opposite side.
It's bigger than this. It's bigger than us. You know, it's not us. It's bigger than us, bro.
All right, chat. Let's get a poll in.
Let's get a poll in. I don't know if the YouTube can, the mods can do a poll, but yeah.
Mods, get a poll in.
Whatchamacallit. But yeah, that was. You guys want to talk about Thunderbolts real quick, like 5 minutes or no?
Just want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Thunderbolts. So we'll talk about Thunderbolts and then we'll wrap it up for this quick Mother's Day pod. Okay, Thunderbolts. We watched Thunderbolts. Honestly, Thunderbolts was a better movie than I was expecting.
I thought it was a good movie.
It was a really good movie.
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
I don't think it was like a better movie than I thought. It was a good movie.
I thought it. You know.
No, honestly, where I was like drawing the line, it exceeded where I thought it was gonna get, but it wasn't like a fucking end game type of.
Yeah, I gave it like a 7.9. You know what I'm saying? Around that area.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
So it's a good movie.
7.5 to 8.
Yeah, it's a valid movie. It's honestly one of the better movies of this phase, in my opinion. Because I don't remember what exactly is in this phase, but it's in the better ones. 100%. I will say, John Walker's character, I hated him in the TV show. I kind of liked him a little more in this movie.
U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. The captain. Yeah, the fake ass nigga. I hate him. If you watch the TV show.
Captain America.
Yeah, if you watch the TV show, he was awful, bro.
Awful in what sense, though?
Like despicable. Like, I hated him as a character.
Like, was it his acting or was
no? His acting was great.
But you just didn't like
as a character.
As a character.
As a character, I didn't like him. But in this movie, he kind of redeemed himself, low key. Like, it was like a redemption for his character, which
he didn't really do anything different other than
you kind of got a more depth
to him.
In depth of him.
Yeah. You can kind of relate and be like, okay, I see why. I see what you're kind of going through at time and shit.
Yeah.
But again, he didn't really do anything different.
Not necessarily. Yeah. But
because hey, Shotty said, "You Dollar Tree Captain America," and he said,
"Oh, he was ready.
Yeah, Junior Varsity.
He was ready to knock that bitch."
You know what I'm saying? Oh, he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
He just needed an excuse.
No, I like the whole.
That's all he needed.
I like the more depth he had to the whole post with everything happened.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine working yourself up to that to get it stripped from you?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Just to get it.
Somebody made a good point in like. His shield before had broken when like he stopped being Captain America. Ooh. But then when this time around, he had a stronger sense of self or like a person, right? So this time Sentry God, this motherfucker, he's tough. He didn't break the shield. He bent it. You could be like, oh, what was that shield made out of? This and that. But again, the shield bent, did not break.
I like that.
Oh, did y'all peep that though? Did y'all peep that?
Yeah.
My boy's spitting right now, dog.
There's gonna be people in the comments that are like, "That's too deep."
Bug,
or they'll be like, "You didn't notice that?"
Yeah, no, that's crazy. No, that's wild to me.
I hate those people.
Someone said, "Did you guys watch Victorious?"
Yeah.
Growing up.
Yeah.
They said the scientist Yelena first met was Psychowitz.
Was it?
That's what comments were saying. I didn't recognize it, but I saw on TikTok they go. I immediately recognized him.
That's fire.
I was like,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I was smooth, right?
But in Thunderbolts, they do a lot of callbacks, though, right? They do a few callbacks.
On your left?
Yes, they do on your left when John Walker, when they were trapped in the little oven room, they're trying to furnace them. He goes on your left and then just smashes the little thing, the panel, right? Another one is when what's her name is in the what's that girl's name? The
Ghost Girl.
No, the
Taskmaster.
no
Yelena.
the chick.
Yelena.
The evil one that was controlling Sentry.
Oh fuck, I forgot.
Not
her name.
Bad guy
Mel.
number 1.
Defense lady.
Bad guy number 1. Yeah.
Type.
But whatever her name is, when she was in the tower, right? In the it was Stark's tower as well, right? And that was the same tower where Tony Stark in the original Avengers was stalling Loki. You feel me? With the drink and shit like that. And she also had a drink in her hand at the same time and shit like that. So I feel like there was another one. I don't remember it. But those two are the two that I like. I was like, oh, this is fire. You know what I'm saying? I think there was one with, what's his, Bucky. Which one? What happened with Bucky?
His arm, maybe? Getting it torn off?
Oh, whenever the one with all of them, all the Thunderbolts, whenever they lifted their rock and pushed it over, and then they were getting a bunch of applauses from people and everyone, right? And it was in New York, the same way in the first Avengers. Oh, they were standing around in that circle, and the camera panned to all of them in New York and shit like that. So there's a bunch of callbacks from different Marvel movies and stuff like that, which is fire. I like that.
I like the character design for Void. That shit was fire.
Void.
Sentry,
the all black?
All black with the like glowing eyes.
Like,
I was like,
dude,
yo.
I think it was like his pupil was white. Like that was the only thing that was white.
Yeah. No, I thought that was like
Beautiful.
It was so simple, so simple. But
Well
it
done.
looked so good.
Well done, very well done, and it's like
It was scary.
It was hard to see. Yeah, it was hard to see like what he was.
Like, I can't make you out.
Yeah,
you know, you look like a person, but are you a person?
It had an ominous kind of essence to it. It was fucking beautiful. So
that poor girl though.
That poor. I thought she was knocked off, bro.
Dude,
I thought they got her ass.
He said, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
legit, and it was literally just. The whole theater was like,
wait, it was a little girl?
Yeah,
the little girl. That was crazy,
The
bro.
whole theater gasped, bro.
Were people clapping when they saved
Yeah,
him?
they
People
saved him. We were clapping. And then it was boom. And then everybody in the theater gasped. We're like, shit.
I know, that's when I was like, damn, this is low-key dark as hell.
Nah, that shit was tough. So I liked it. And I love low-key how Yelena was the main character of this movie type of thing. Because I kind of liked her more than Black Widow. No bull. Like, I like her character.
Yeah.
I like her character for some reason
very,
way
like,
more.
Emotional, relatable, kind of funny.
Yes. It just, everything about her just was better.
I was gonna say her acting in the beginning kind of was like bothering me. I don't know why.
Yeah,
it was just,
really?
It seemed like a little forced. Yeah, when it was like her actually like inside of the scientist.
Right, with the jokes and stuff.
And like when she was like running away, I was like, bruh,
like a little too nonchalant.
Yeah,
I see
what
like
you're
I was
trying
like,
to
bro,
say.
you're slow as hell. How is this fool not seeing you?
Yeah,
like he was shooting and then he was like looking around, like, bro, you just saw her run over there. You didn't. She's not fast enough to get over here.
Yeah.
Where do you think she's at? And then it was just like some of her like
maybe he's just dumb.
quibs were like just a little forced.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Later in the show, like you said, her emotions, I loved it, bro. Like she was really good.
No, her emotions.
She ripped everyone a new one. I was like, that was fucked.
Legit. I don't even need to get started on you.
Yeah.
He said, fuck, what I do?
Yeah, you said Dollar Tree ass Captain America.
Dude.
You said you wasn't even in my fucking life when I need you the most.
He said to bro, your family doesn't even like you.
Yeah,
and then, your family doesn't even like you.
So you were a test subject your whole life.
You know the only person she didn't go against, or she didn't go after? Who did she not go after?
It was Bucky, I think.
Or I think it was Bucky.
Yeah, I think it was just.
Yeah, it was Bucky she didn't go after.
Okay.
Yeah,
because he was in the back.
Yeah. She went after her dad.
Ghost.
She went after Ghost, and then she went after
Captain America.
Fake ass Captain America.
Like,
John Walker.
damn, bro.
Yeah. No, when she said that, bro, like the whole theater was like, damn. The whole theater like was like, yo, fuck. No, she got his ass. She got his ass with that one. But
I like Walker's character when Bucky revealed that his family left him, and then she looks at him. He's like, like, I had to lie, but he's like, fuck it.
That's crazy, bro.
I just like also how lighthearted it was at times. Like they always kept the jokes up, but then when it got serious, it was like better. My favorite part, bro, was when fucking Bucky takes his shirt off against fucking Sentry. Everyone in the theater was like, ooh.
Yeah.
He goes, nothing,
dude.
Nothing.
Oh, I also want to bring up the first.
He was boxing though.
Yeah, he was boxing. He was boxing. The first fight in the room with the oven with all of them, with Taskmaster and all of them. Fucking amazing. The choreography was insane. It reminded me.
The Taskmaster shield drop?
Dude, it dropped and then it bounced and shit like that. And then they did like a 3-way knife pass, bro. They threw the knife. It went through Ghost, right? Fucking Taskmaster grabbed it. He threw it at John Walker, and then John Walker fucking grabs that shit that way. And I'm like, yo, when the fuck John Walker get that code? You know what I'm saying? So the whole scene in the beginning was amazing. And then in the tower, right, against Century, everybody, it looked like they were fighting a god, bro. Like,
literally, Thor is a part of the Avengers, and he's a god.
So, dude, no, he literally socked him. The guy was going back. He catches him.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, bro, nah, you got to be so quick to be doing some type of shit like
insane,
that,
bro. Literally no damage was done to him. And he was burning vibranium, dog. The nigga just yanked fucking Bucky's arm off and threw that shit. Century's different.
I didn't know he had like telekinetic powers and shit.
That's what I thought. I was just thinking about that. I was like, I did not know that's his powers.
No,
that's
he
fucking
seems
insane.
like heavy comms.
Yeah, no,
because like worst case scenario for him is that the void is unleashed.
Yeah.
And then everybody
dies.
So like he wins no matter what.
Yeah. No, my favorite part was like, why does a god have to listen to you?
That shit was
like,
crazy.
When everyone heard that, it was like oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's true,
you fucked up.
Dude literally grabbed her. She drops the controller. I'm like, nah,
her
bro.
assistant came in clutch. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, it's so realistic. Like, yo, what do you expect somebody that's like damaged?
Yeah.
And, like, he makes perfect sense. Like, why the fuck would he wants to listen to
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised he was that quick to catch on to.
He knew you for what, like 5 hours maybe? You know, like a day maybe? And you expect him to be completely loyal to you for some reason? That's
which
crazy.
is nuts.
Because you just glazed them for a little? It's crazy,
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. I hear Taskmaster, the Taskmaster that died, spoiler alert, sorry. The Taskmaster that died isn't Taskmaster, that's his daughter. And we're going to see like an actual
Taskmaster
eventually.
Okay.
That's what I heard at least. I'm not sure.
That'd be cool.
She was cool though.
Because Taskmaster's character overall is just amazing.
Amazing. Taskmaster is sick.
Yeah, no,
because hers was like her ability, Taskmaster ability, he just has that ability. Yeah. He just has that base. She had to get like experimented on or whatever the fuck to get those abilities or some shit like that. Something along those lines. But I have one more question, but we'll end it after this. Century versus Superman. What's up? I've been hearing this a lot.
Superman,
and I'm not gonna lie to you,
insane though. Like he's damn near invincible.
True, but Century is Superman on steroids, in my opinion.
I think, again, logic. This is logic, like superhero logic, right? I don't think the world can exist without Superman or something like that. It's like Superman is a pivotal character in like the DC universe. Like there has to be a dark side.
Okay.
Right? There has to be a Superman. I mean, of course.
I get what you're saying.
You know, something like that. I think that's the case for
that
him.
Aside, though, like in terms of a fight, like who would win the fight?
Well, okay, what Superman are you talking? There's like a bajillion.
The red base Superman.
No, because I was going to say, I don't know the lore behind Superman, but I know, I was bringing this up to the team. Sentry like had a stalemate with Galactus when Galactus was on a weaker end. Like when they fought.
He had a stalemate with Galactus?
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
On a weaker Galactus.
You have crazy. Superman, again, depending on which version, a based Superman has fought Doomsday that literally he's died like a bajillion times, and every time he dies, he cannot die the same way again.
Interesting.
Right? And then he's also fought literal gods.
I'm going.
Regular, you know?
Oh.
Let's say like animated series fights gods like on the regular.
Okay.
Right? You know, Darkseid he has a whole planet, you know, anti-life equation kind of guy, lasers out of his eyes.
It stated that Sentry has the power of 1,000 suns. You know what I'm saying? And the only other nigga that other Superman that I know of, right, in that similar kind of sphere is Superman 1 million. You know what I'm saying? That I know of at least. That nigga literally lived in the fucking suns. You feel me? So
that's what I'm saying.
I think if base Sentry, I think beats base Superman. But when we get to the different iterations,
which base Superman though? That's the hard part.
Because
I know you're referring to because if you're talking about base Sentry, you're not talking about this one.
This is not base Sentry?
It's not base Sentry. Because the Sentry, really? I remember, didn't have telekinetic powers.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, when I said the whole Galactus thing, he actually had help from X-Men.
Interesting. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, it depending on what base, like, base this movie, that's telekinetic powers, I guess, can heat shit up. Yeah, maybe.
He's
right? Against, like, maybe, like, let's say, a movie Superman?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like, what would Superman do against Void?
Okay.
You know what's crazy? I asked ChatGPT. It says Superman would usually take the cake because of experience and all that. But if the Void comes out, different story.
Can the nigga even take damage?
Who?
In Void?
Sentry.
No, can he take damage in Void?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
There's a one of my favorite comics, World War Hulk, where Hulk fights against Sentry for like a brief fight, but he's still doing enough damage to Sentry. to hurt him a bit and still exhaust all of his energy.
Okay, fair.
Like all of his solar energy or something like that.
Yeah, and then Sentry beat Hulk, right? Like Hulk finally like
he reversed like Bruce Banner.
Oh.
And then, but the thing is, like, even in that comic, that wasn't even Hulk at his strongest.
Damn.
And right after that, something happens where Hulk is betrayed and he finds out, and then he becomes angrier than he's ever been. Ooh. And every step he was taking was shaking the continent.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
So it's kind of like
that was the Sentry one. That's when he.
Yeah, that's where he fought.
Crazy.
No. So that was
before he fought
before.
Yeah. But that was in that comic.
In that comic, yeah. So he fought Sentry just as like a highly intelligent World War Hulk, right? They kind of like stalemated. You know, he reverted back to Bruce Banner. And then he went to the next level where he could possibly, maybe, you know, based in that comic, beat Sentry.
Okay, fair. I just want to add, does Sentry get the power from the sun or stars?
Isn't
or
it
like
radiation?
Because if he has the power of 1,000 suns, you know what I'm saying, shit like that, I feel like it's sun-based, it's similar kind of to Superman.
Marvel Superman, basically.
Then I would feel like that's a pretty interesting fight. Sorry, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, if you guys know more about the comics, let us know in the comment section, because I am not really into the comics heavy. I want to get into it. So
it's a Super Soldier Serum.
Super Soldier Serum?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I see right here, all fueled via absorption of solar radiation.
I see right here, Sentry easily beats Superman.
Empowered by the Golden Sentry Serum.
That's interesting. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say what I brought up to you because I've been watching this guy on YouTube that be talking about fucking all the superheroes and all the comics, and he was saying how Sentry was a superhero back then, but he just the way he had essentially erased everyone's memory, just like his memory is always erased.
Ooh, that's
so like
crazy.
He was like a hero back then, erased everyone's memory of him, and then him coming back. But this is like the comic. I'm not sure if this is like the Marvel movie.
Got you.
But supposedly he was a hero back then, erased everyone's memory, and no one knew or remembered of him.
Okay, fair.
Okay.
Fair. All right.
Also, do you guys want to talk about the end credits and what's to come or no?
See, that's what I'm.
It's up to you guys. Yeah.
Which one was the end credits?
Fantastic Four.
The Fantastic Four.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that.
Oh yeah. So
and then with the whole different Avengers now.
The Avengers.
Yes. The one that they're
Avengers Z's.
That's interesting.
Avengers.
And then there's still Sam and
who do you guys think that Avengers team is with Sam? With
question.
Falcon. Captain America.
Captain America, the new Falcon.
I think Loki, Spider-Man would be in there, right? Shang-Chi could probably be in there.
Oh right. That's right. They were talking.
Yeah. The Marvels are a galaxy thing.
Doctor Strange is still.
Doctor Strange will probably be in there.
Thor's still around. Hawkeye maybe.
And maybe Hulk. I don't know if they're still gonna include Hulk in this.
They should revamp Hulk.
Yeah, I think they need a revamp for that nigga, bro.
I think something dramatic needs to happen, and then he gets like a blank stay, and then it's no longer like a cognitive.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, you're
so
right.
we have like around 5 characters I think that could join. And Thor is not even on Earth.
Planet.
Yeah, on planet. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's a maybe.
I'm okay with these new Avengers. It's
New Avengers.
It's just that they can't handle
Kate Bishop as well. Sorry, Kate Bishop as well.
They just can't handle the same amount of danger that the old Avengers.
Hell
did.
no.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. They're not like souped up like that.
Yeah.
They could handle like people scale.
Well, who's the?
Oh, actually, no, you're right. Yeah, I think. Hold on.
Wait,
we got Bucky. He can handle.
Super Soldier.
Yeah, Super Soldier.
Okay, Bucky versus Thanos.
Well, that's like saying Captain America versus Thanos. You know, obviously he lost, but still he can still, you know what I'm saying, handle.
Bucky would go toe to toe.
Yeah.
Not toe to toe.
Same way Captain America kind of.
Captain America versus Bucky.
Fair.
You know
but it's a close fight.
You have
without Mjolnir.
You have someone like Hulk, Thor, shit, even Iron Man. That was, you know, they can go toe to toe with
Hulk
Thanos.
And Thor 100%. Yeah,
maybe not like fucking win, right?
Yeah.
But they can kind of fight.
Ironheart. We're also getting Ironheart. I forgot about that.
Ironheart.
So she's probably gonna be in the event.
And then we have War Machine as well.
Yeah.
War Machine as well. So yeah, we got a few actual
but
people
I'm just
that
saying,
are in the
like,
Avengers.
for the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Outside of Sentry, a lot of these guys aren't.
Oh no, the Thunderbolts. Yes.
Yeah,
I was talking about the other Avenger
no.
niggas.
The only other person that's not enhanced is Black Widow or Yelena.
Yelena.
Everyone knows how Super Soldier Serum. Technically,
That's true.
So
Yeah.
they have like a little comp.
Okay, but I'm saying
But
like
they're not scrapping like
that's
that.
for people like human. human and slightly above.
Are you talking about like who's like a god power like?
No, they're the Avengers, right? They have to like defend Earth, right?
Yeah.
You have aliens come to Earth that are pretty fucking.
Yeah, there's no Hulk or Thor type of thing.
Superpowers or whatever the fuck the case is.
Oh, what's crazy is that they're gonna have to come against Galactus.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying.
That's what I mean. Is like you could see the old Avengers going against Thanos.
Yeah.
But supposedly Galactus is stronger than Thanos, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, how are these fools gonna be prepared?
That's interesting.
To fight.
Fantastic Four all have powers. The Human Torch can, hotter than the fucking sun and shit. Ben Grimm, he can, he can't get hurt. Really elastic, invisible, force fields. Like, they have powers. They can do shit. They're calm.
Yeah.
Right.
The new Avengers is kind of.
That's what I'm saying. Outside of their ability to defend against super high threats, I think they're a pretty cool team.
It's Captain Marvel and an Avenger. I don't think
I think it's like once you're an Avenger, always an Avenger.
Some versions.
I mean, like in the MCU right now, I don't think she is. I haven't watched the movie. I didn't watch the Miss Marvel's movie.
There's gonna be or
Captain Marvel's movie.
Miss Marvel, right?
Miss Marvel,
the Marvels movie.
The little girl.
The little girl. She's cracked.
She was in the movie, right?
She
was in the movie. Yeah, I didn't watch.
Because like her bracelets are like from space, like kind of like Kang. They come from a future distant timeline.
I thought she had that power base. Is the bracelets?
That's interesting.
Well, the TV show she wore a bracelet.
Because was she the same one that was
Kim or whatever
in Doctor Strange, the punching through stars?
No, that's something Chavez.
America Chavez.
That's America Chavez. That's a different hero, I think.
My bad.
She's dimensional.
But I'm hyped for the future of Marvel. I think they could actually do something really well based off of how the Thunderbolts went. And I don't care about any of the headlines that say they didn't make crazy money or whatever the fuck. Really? It was still a great movie. Yeah. Like apparently they
probably didn't give it a chance.
They're in the negative. Yeah. And they're kind of rebranding it to instead of Thunderbolts, you're seeing a lot of
New
posters
Avengers.
that say the new Avengers. So
really,
so yeah,
that's
it's
where
kind
the
of
asterisk comes in, right?
Yeah, it's kind of sad that people aren't giving it a chance because I thought it was a really good movie and one of the better ones of recent times. I feel like the
it's
MCU.
gonna be a good setup.
Yeah, it's a great setup movie, and low key, it's a great standalone movie as well, in my opinion.
They probably didn't develop the characters enough for people to care.
Fair. That's probably why people aren't going to see it. But I think this movie developed them really well.
And see, I wonder if those people didn't watch the TV shows because we've been knowing about this since Black Widow, technically.
You didn't?
Not a lot of them, no.
Yeah, I watched. For the ones the people that are here. Was Black Widow? Did she have a TV show? No.
Who?
Black Widow.
It's the movie.
The movie, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so I watched that. So the TV shows, I only watched the Captain Winter Soldier one. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I watched that one. That has to do with this movie.
Hawkeye too, right?
And then no, she's not in Hawkeye. Or nobody's from Hawkeye is in this one, I don't think. Oh, Yelena, actually, yeah, you're right.
Supposedly the second weekend they did fucking amazing.
Second weekend? I think worldwide, or I think the budget was like a few $100 million or some shit like that.
Yeah, worldwide, globally they accumulated 272.
And I think the budget was like 400 or some shit like that.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's like I don't think they met the threshold to, you know what I'm saying? It's probably negative, but still it was a great movie. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it. I don't know if it don't worry about the headlines. If you like a movie, go watch it, enjoy it. You feel me? Stop looking at what other people think.
No, honestly.
Stop being sheep. But it was a great movie. I would recommend. But with that being said, cue the outro music. Thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate you guys. Sorry, this was like a on the fly type of thing. Next Sunday though, I don't know if we'll be streaming that one. You guys down for a pod next Sunday, right? Should be or no?
I don't know.
It would have to be good.
Are you here for next Sunday? No.
I think I work, but I'm not sure morning or afternoon.
Okay. We'll see. We probably won't stream that one because it might be at a different location. Wink, 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 wink. But that pod is gonna be a fire pod. Hopefully it's the next one. We'll see, depending on everyone's schedules and our new guest's schedule. So we'll see that. What card did Kane pull? Did Kane rip the One Piece pack set? What card did he pull? Yeah, we open them at every episode. At the beginning of every episode. But we finished them all already.
Yeah, we finished. I need to buy a new booster box.
New booster box.
What was the best card you got though?
I think it's one of the
best card you got.
It
It was the one Jermaine got, right?
Honestly, I don't think so. I think I checked and I think it might have been one of the ones you guys pulled.
Nah, I pulled that. Mine was $7 resale.
Mine was like 14 for it, something like that.
Was it 14?
I don't know.
I thought it was like 8.
I don't remember. Yeah, something like that. But whatchamacallit, if you go back the past like 3 pods, I don't know how many pods we opened. Every like 3 pods, right?
3.
Is how many pods it took to finish the whole box?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So the past
but only because we were sharing with more people.
Yeah. So the past 3 pods, we opened them at the beginning of the pod. So make sure if you want to go check out what we got, I showed them at the beginning of the next few pods. But in a few pods, I'm gonna upgrade this camera because it is kind of low quality. I want to get a different one to make it look better. So I will do better with this. Also, thank you guys for coming out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell notification on when I upload next.
Dang.
Discord, top link in the description. I'll fuck with you guys. Love you guys, man. Thank you guys for pulling out or coming out. And thank these guys for coming through during Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. And make sure you stay tuned for what we got in the future. Got a lot of unboxings going on, little things, you feel me, and shit like that. So also, if you know, there's a little Easter egg for anyone who stayed to the end of the pod. If you fuck with Meister watches, they are dropping a Shunsui watch. Make sure you on the lookout for Meister watches. I've seen a few people in the comment section talking about, yo, when is the Shunsui watch dropping? Or I want a Shunsui one. There's a Shunsui one coming as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that on their socials. And I will do an unboxing of that soon when I get the green light. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I have been your host, Shmeem. To my left, we got Brother Jack.
What's up?
To my right, we got Brother Kane. Say something, bro.
One Pieces.
And it's to the farthest right, we got Brother Zeke. And we catch you boys on the next app, baby.
See ya.
Yeah.